to.
There you go.
Okay, so I had to click the thing again. All right. Well, all right, so we're good to go now. All right, so welcome, ladies, to Favor. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So before we get started, I just want everybody to go around. Bree, I know that you are in your car, so I do want you to go ahead if you can really quickly. I'll let you do it since you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself real quick? Just tell everybody your name and your age, and you can just, anything you want us to know, what, like, where you are, what you do, whatever.
Okay, I'm Bree. Hey, everybody. I'm 28. I'm a single mom of two. That's my nosy kid behind me. That's my oldest. I've been in Clarksville, born and raised. Like I said earlier, I'm single. I'm in my healing journey right now of life, trying to figure out what career path I'm going to choose more than my man. Trying to keep my focus straight. I think that's it right now.
All right. All right. Anisha, you want to go next?
Excellent. I am Amnesia, 31, single mom of three. Um, like Bree said, I'm in my healing phase. That's why I said earlier when you asked that question, relationship status. I'm not trying to wait anymore. You know how you like, what are we doing? No, I'm not doing that. So single, healing. I work for Direct, so if y'all need some insurance, holla at me. I can get you done. But yeah, that's it for right now.
All right. Tiff?
Hi, y'all. I'm Tiffany. I'm 41. I have two kids. My youngest is 4, and then I have a 17-year-old. He's getting ready to be 18 in March. So I started over. Yes, I know that's a
You
big,
look
big
good,
age
girl.
gap. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Say it again,
But
girl.
yes, but I'm actually engaged. I've been engaged since May of 2023. I haven't done any planning, and I'm okay with that. Because my main goal is to get a home first. It's not just my goal, but it's my fiance's goal too. So we kind of have that at the forefront of everything before we even start planning, for the wedding and things like that. But yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. So, what we are talking about today, we are talking about dating and relationships in the social media era. Okay. So, everybody has told us their relationship status, how they are feeling as far as healing and whatnot. So, let me ask the ones that are single. How long have you been single?
For me, I would say officially it's been about 3.5 going on 4 years.
Okay.
Now my mingling period was about two 2 years ago. My red hair phase, it was about two years ago.
Did you say your red heel face?
My red hair, yeah, my red
Oh, your
hair.
red hair. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
right.
Okay.
I was
Let's see. Um, I would say, okay, so my daughter, which is my youngest, hold on. I don't know if y'all can still hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my daughter, which is my youngest, I met her dad back in 2021, I would say.
So you newly single.
Yeah, well, we actually see that's why we asked that question before. I was like, single because like when we first started talking, we were just vibing, like just chilling. And then
Vibing.
I ended up getting pregnant.
Yeah,
Like
because you were talking to yourself
because you
for
were
about
vibing.
6 or 7 months into it, and then we never just visited the question or like made anything official. So I've really been single since
Mm, mm, mm.
since then type thing.
Tell the kids what vibing will do for you. Mm-hmm.
Vibing will get you into something.
Come
It will
on,
get you
Bree.
into
Come
something.
on, Bree.
So
Tell them what
yeah,
vibing will do for
had it
you.
not been raining, because had it not been raining that night, and I had that tequila and that good old backwood, there would be no casing. So I'm convinced that vibing equals pregnancy, and my girl math equals the fuck up.
I was about to say, okay, come on now. I don't know her baby's name, but Kason, like he's one of them pandemic babies as well. Come on now. That's what vibing will get you. That's
Oh
exactly
Lord.
what vibing gets you.
I'll
Oh
never
my
do another
God.
situationship. Never.
Vibing can definitely get you a couple of places you didn't know you were gonna go, but
Come on now.
it's definitely it's fun in the moment, and
In the
You like
moment.
the vibe.
it's fun in a moment, and vibing, you can never get any better than that because you won't forget those times, but
Okay.
you can
Man,
also end up
That's why they
remembering those
say,
times,
yeah, that's
you
why they
know.
say it was a
it's
vibe. It was a
it's
vibe.
my
It was
daddy
the
loves to
vibe.
tell me when my kids are on my nerves. My daddy loves to say, "Well, look at the fun you had." I tell him every time. I didn't have
You should get that.
I have to start using that.
Well, look at the
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you're not vibing, too.
honey. That's what Claire Huxtable was
You're
trying to say.
engaged, so you're
Well,
not
just
vibing.
for my baby, look, for my 18-year-old, look at the fun you had. Because,
man.
he's
Oh
old enough now. So,
That's
yeah.
what Claire Huxtable was telling Vanessa, honey. She said you had big fun. And see, Vanessa was out there trying to vibe. Stop
yeah,
it.
she was.
Stop
Don't vibe,
Mhm.
kids. Don't vibe.
it.
Don't vibe.
It do be some good vibes sometimes. Sometimes. Okay. Okay. So been single about 3 something years. After you done vibed a bit, y'all had
Yeah.
some children. How is the relationship, the co-parenting relationship?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
For
It's great because,
me,
For
go ahead.
both
yeah,
of y'all. For both of y'all.
um, I have three kids, and people might down this. I have three kids, three different dads. Um, First one I had him very young. I was 16 when I had my first one. Me and him are like Bree's situation, like nothing. Second one, my child was actually, if I would say, he was planned. With his dad for like 5 years or
Mm.
whatever. And then the third one, their relationship, their co-parenting wasn't. It's getting better. I can say that because we started off not as good. But my daughter's dad, co-parenting is actually great.
That's good.
It's great. If I could have him for the other two, Lord bless it. It will be a day in heaven.
Okay. Brianna.
For me, my okay. So with my daughter, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little comparison to say the least. So who she knows as father is
Yeah.
biologically, not hers.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, he's been there since she's been 2 weeks old, and
Right.
right now we're going through a patch where we're not speaking. He
Y'all
started
stay not speaking. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
because I feel like it's okay. So this was the situation. I'm gonna dig a little into detail and get back on track real quick.
I'm messing with Brie because her and him are friends and they stay beefing, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, we were friends before anything. We've known each other since we were like 5 years old. He went to the Navy and he came back home, and I was already pregnant with Carson. I was about 8.5 months pregnant. He
You ain't
literally
got to
was
tell
like,
everybody, Brie, but I'm saying do what you think. Do your thing. Go ahead.
he was like, okay, I'm gonna be her stepdaddy. We went through a very toxic relationship, and we learned that we did better co-parenting and apart and being friends. So we did that very well I think we finally separated when Carson was 2.5. So Carson is now 6, and this is the longest we've gone without talking to each other since July. So it's kind of weird. He wants me to validate our friendship to his girlfriend now, and I just feel like that's his job. So we're not speaking. She
Mm,
created some drama with me and beef, and I just feel like if I have to worry about her beefing and creating drama with me, will she do it to my child? So
I'm glad you mentioned that, but go ahead.
yeah, he has no access to her right now until I feel like there's everything has died down, and I'm not going to budge on that. I didn't work too hard on my journey to keep letting people pass over me. So fast forward, Kaysen's father. It's a little more emotional trauma. With Kaysen's father, being pregnant with both my kids, I have lost, I've buried somebody that I've needed the most. So with Kaysen, it was back to back with my grandmother and my sister. Like literally, my grandmother's funeral was Saturday. The following Tuesday, my sister died. Like no break. So I was a little more vulnerable with my son. And ladies, y'all know, anybody that's had kids know, you never forget how the man that you have your child with do you while you carrying a child. That's just something
Oh
you'll
yeah.
never forget. And with him, it was like I seen him every day, but I couldn't get him to drive to an appointment. He wouldn't go to the appointments with me, or, like I would call and be like, oh my gosh, our baby's this big. And he'd be like, yeah, I already know that. Like, and for him, it was not exciting anymore because
Did he
Case,
already have children?
yeah, he number 10. He Case and Daddy Father Abraham, okay? Literally.
They said Father Abraham had many sons. You know that.
Yes. And many daughters too, baby. Worse than DMX out here. So yeah. I ain't know. In my defense, I didn't know it was that many. He always joked about it, but I didn't know he was for real, for real. So yeah.
Don't you ever.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
you
never.
ever joke to me about having 50, 11 children. No.
Okay, and that's literally what he said. He was like, I got 50, 11 kids. And I was like, be for real, like. And I had met a few of them. So I was like, okay, he got about 5 kids. All right, I come from a big family, whatever.
We
But
do.
no, they just kept popping up out the woodwork. But as far as our relationship go, like, now because
I ain't built for that.
he's in jail right now. Right now, he in that stage, sober mind, sober thoughts. You ain't got shit to do but think. So he in that stage right now where he feeling like he want his family back and he ready to do right. And I'm just kind of in that stage where I don't believe that. And I also had to take accountability and realize, okay, I need to work on forgiving him because when I do think about him, I don't like the feelings that come up, So that lets me know I'm not over it like I think I am.
Yeah. And it helps you be a better mom when you can do that too.
Yes.
You can't keep holding on to anger for him because that just bleeds into how you parent your kids.
Yep.
Because I don't know what your relationship with his family is like, but that makes things
Not
even
easy.
harder. Well, that's what I'm saying. It makes things even harder as well because you don't know what's going to come down the turnpike years later. Even if he don't want to have nothing to do with him, what if his family want to? And that was actually like one of y'all had when y'all had mentioned the girlfriend or somebody. Well, you had mentioned his girlfriend or something or other. What's called girlfriend? That was a question I was going to ask all of y'all. For those of y'all who, and I didn't mean to cut you off unless you were done, Bree.
No, I was done. Go ahead.
Okay. For those of y'all who have kids, well, all of y'all have kids, but the people that y'all have kids with, if they have children with someone else, how is your relationship with that other person? Tiff?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Actually, I have a really, really good relationship with my first baby daddy. Because I do have 2 fathers to my children. My son's dad is that was a work in progress. We knew each other in our 20s, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
He's now 46 and I'm 41. So there's a lot of maturity that has taken place over time, and he met a wonderful wife, and she is absolutely amazing. Now they're not married anymore, but we still have a relationship, and of course he still does too because they have a daughter together,
That's
which is my
dope.
son which is my son's sister. So my son is the oldest, and then he has 2 little sisters, one from me and then one from his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He just so happened to be blessed and lucky enough to come across such a wonderful lady. Like she's just so sweet. And me and her text each other personally between each other.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of a gem? Like
Mm-hmm.
she's a gem. She's really, really sweet. She sends my daughter birthday gifts. Like she's
That's
just
wonderful.
very, very beautiful spirit. And yeah, I couldn't even be more thankful. Now um my other the other one, my daughter's father, me and his baby moms, we really don't have any sort of relationship, and it really hurts the kids more
Mm.
than anything because they share a son together, and that lack of relationship, it affects everything. It affects the visits,
So she doesn't go around her other siblings, that
well,
the girl?
yeah, so he comes over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he comes over here, but she doesn't spend any time. My daughter doesn't spend any time with,
Oh,
the mother of his son because of whatever reasons, and I feel like it's all based on a maturity thing. Like you just have
okay.
to be mature. You have to be a real woman. You have to be able to understand that your relationship with the other parent is for the children. It's not for
Mhm.
yourself. But really it is for yourself too, because if you cultivate that relationship with the other parent, it keeps you healthy too.
Yeah.
Like mentally, you won't be stressed out about a lot of things because the other parent is there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because
Because it takes a village.
it does. It does.
It's just a wives thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I really think about it, I just feel like if so many people understood that when you're not with the other parent anymore, it's gonna be more on the custodial parent to do majority of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we really need that help. We
Man,
really need that help. We need that support. And sometimes you can't get that support when it's just not, it's all about the maturity factor, I feel like.
I do not disagree.
Yeah,
Like
it makes a big difference.
with Kaysen's father, he's not from here, so most of his kids are like in Missouri, the older ones, but
Mm-hmm.
he has, I believe, three here. One's in Springfield, and then Kaysen has a sibling that is 3 weeks older than him,
Oh, wow.
and she stayed less than half a mile from my house.
Father Abraham. Wow.
Father Abraham,
Wow.
literally. So I don't. We've had run-ins.
You talking about you and the girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're to the point like I'll see her in public, and if the kids are out, she'll be like, "That's your brother." I'll say, "Casey, that's your sister." I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna. I have nothing against the little girl personally. I don't necessarily like the situation, but I
Right.
handle that with
As
them,
much
not with
grace
the
as
dog.
you can. Yeah.
And plus I come from a blended family. Like my dad has a son that's not by my mother, and my mother had a daughter that wasn't by my daddy. And
Right.
I didn't grow up with my parents having baby mama, baby daddy drama. Like,
Right.
not that we seen anyways, like my
Right.
mama wasn't beefing with my daddy, baby mama,
That's
and vice
true.
versa. So
Yeah.
it's like
Well, I didn't see
it's
that growing
not hard
up either.
for me. It's not hard for me to get along with somebody. We got kids together. Come on, let's load it up, baby. Because I need, like she said, I need your help. We need help. What we
Yeah,
gonna do?
absolutely.
What we need to do? But everybody, like you said, it's a maturity thing, Tiffany, and everybody can't handle that, and I hate that.
Yes,
We be
because
our own worst enemy as a race
that's
sometimes.
right. That's right. That's right.
And
That's
as
right.
women. And as
As
women.
women,
As
yes,
women too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, I totally agree.
Oh, Nisha, what about you?
Um, I have a relationship with my first baby daddy. His other two. My son is the oldest of three. Um, I have a relationship with both of them. Both of those mothers. Cool relationship. We call each other. My son, well, he's of age now. He's 16, so he really don't him be want to be bothered with the other stuff, but he knows he has siblings. The moms are great. Their dad their daddy is in jail. Been in jail in that jail since my child was born.
Mm-hmm.
So we really came up with this, if we don't do it, who gonna do it? Type thing.
Yeah.
So like we keep the kids as much as we can together. The second my second baby daddy, me and the other baby mama, we went through a lot. It was a lot of drama, but it wasn't drama on our part. It was drama because he was playing the fence type thing. So it made the relationship harder
Mm-hmm.
between me and her because like Tiffany said, it's a maturity thing, and she's very immature, and I just don't like involving myself with immature people because why even bother? So like if it's a birthday party type thing, I don't keep my child from going,
Mm.
but I'm like, if my child is gonna go, his dad is gonna be the one that goes because, like I said, it was a lot of drama between us, and
You
it's
feel like
been
it's
years ago.
necessary drama?
Yeah, and I don't like involving myself with too much drama. But my third one, I don't have any communication with the other two. One of them is very petty, very immature, and the other one, I mean, we just don't talk. So like, I don't have any relationship with them at all. And my little girl's the youngest of, I think, five. Yeah, the youngest of five. So I don't talk to him. No bad blood, but I
Yeah.
don't, I don't talk to him.
Sometimes it's easier just to not. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, like I'm cool with the kids. The kids stayed at my house for the last summer, all that,
Okay.
but I just don't associate with the mom, and I feel like this puts me in a weird position too because I'm one of them. If my kids over there, I want to talk to the mom, like, okay, what my kids doing,
Yeah.
everything cool. But she's very immature, so it's hard to have the conversation. But I would still feel weird because your
You feel
kids at my
like you
house.
can trust her around your children?
My child, I wouldn't send my child to her.
Okay.
She's that type of immature type thing. Like I don't know what your intentions are or may
Yeah.
be, and I don't trust that.
I mean, as a
I
mom, you got to
understand
go with
that.
your instinct. Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with what you said because if you don't have a rapport with someone,
Yep.
and you know that they really don't really care for you, then you really automatically don't want your kids to be around that person anyway.
Hmm.
So, I
Because if
agree
something
with what
happens
you're
to your
saying.
baby, how could you
I can be
trust,
woman enough to say sometimes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt,
Mm,
but sometimes I can say like as a woman, I do get in a certain part of me like I don't want to say uses the kid as leverage, but like deep down in my mind, I know that you got kids. You're not gonna risk your kids trying to hurt my kids.
you
But
would
the
hope so.
pettiness in me is like, nah, bitch, you'll do it. You'll do it. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
Because you don't know sometimes how somebody's mind is when it comes to that man.
Hmm.
Because honestly, some women, when it comes to having a man, they get beside themselves. And I'm not trying to say it's right or wrong. It's I don't get it. But at the same time, I've seen how a broken heart can make people react in crazy ways. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't trust you around my children, I'm absolutely not leaving them in your care. I don't know who that is, but hey girl, hey.
girl, hey.
But yeah, Onisha, you absolutely continue to, trust your gut when it comes to your children, girl. Those are your babies. We don't,
Yeah,
speaking for all of us, we don't play about our kids, you
like
know.
I tell people, I will happily smile in the mugshot behind my kids.
Absolutely.
I don't play no games.
Absolutely.
Happily
Not
smile.
not happily smile in the
Yes,
mugshot.
happily smile behind
Absolutely.
my three.
On there like
Why?
this.
Throwing up
With,
the peace sign.
look,
Mhm.
Bree, without your wig on.
You know I did it once. I'll do it again. Do you want the
That is
front
too funny.
those? Which one? Which Medea mugshot do I need to give this time, baby? Because I will. It will.
Okay. All right. Wow. What was I about to ask? Okay, so
And just to clarify, I ain't no frequent jailbird.
no,
Baby daddy
not
number
at all.
one tried to write one. I have to let him know.
She's not. She ain't. She crazy, but she ain't that crazy. No.
Mm-mm. It's not for
Uh,
me.
no, we got enough to be going in and out. No. Okay. So let me ask you this. So even though two of y'all are single, you still have dated in the social media era where we now have technology. Tiff, I'll start with you since you are engaged. How is it? Well, all of y'all are mothers, so I'll just ask this and then I'll get into the other question. How is it dating as a mom? Like, how do you factor in time for your spouse?
It's hard for me, anyways. I feel like I work two jobs, and then it's only me picking up the kids. And in my situation, what most people would have a Gigi or a Paw Paw. my daddy outside and my mama got so
I wanna say my mama is still outside, so I understand.
so you know I can't be like,
Y'all ain't
hey,
gonna be telling their business like this. Don't be talking about Ruann and Brian.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
yeah, she don't need to see this interview.
my daddy gonna be on there like, shoot, is there any single honeys? Is there any single honeys on there? I'm trying to find you a stepmama. That's what he gonna tell. That's what
No,
he gonna say.
no, sir.
My daddy is very
No.
much outside.
We
So, you know, for me it's hard. Like I have to find a guy that actually accepts the kids. Like you have to be okay with, hey, we might have to go get a little room one night. You know, they get a king suite. They on a pull-out couch, we in the room. You know, you have to be okay with certain situations because that's what come with it. Some aren't, and I'm okay with waiting. Like if you're not okay with that, that's fine. If I'm worth it, then show that because I'm really the one that wants you to be like, hey, how much the babysitter? I want you to myself. I got this night planned. This is what we're gonna do. This is the day you need to have it done by. You know, apply pressure if I'm what you want.
That's right.
That's how I feel. That
Hmm.
because regardless of whether or not it's just a little action you want or long term, you're still gonna have to deal with those kids at some point in time because I'm not gonna be able to give myself to you fully because they're a part of me. They come first. It's a package deal. So you either gonna pay for the babysitter or you gonna get in and put the matching pajamas on and we a happy family. Which one is
That's right. You choose. Right.
it?
I love that.
come on now. You want to hold Carson or you want to hold Kason in these photos? Which one you want to do? Which one do you want to do? You sitting on the end or you sitting on the couch? What you want to do? Okay. Okay. Tiff.
Were you just asking like how I factor in
Yeah.
my
How do y'all?
relationship with the
Yeah.
kids and everything?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, it's not really hard for me just because I think what I do for a living, I do it from home.
Mm-hmm.
And so that makes a very big difference for me. And that was actually one of the reasons why I chose the job that I have is because I just didn't have enough time for like my family in general.
Mm.
And and then I had a small baby, you know, I birthed my daughter and everything just changed for me. So it's really not hard to like factor in my fiance at all because this is where I am when he comes home from work, you know, even though he works outside of the house, we always just find time to like have a small conversation or I do think we need to work on like more date nights and stuff because the my daughter has kind of taken that away from us a little bit because we're
Which
so
is understandable
tired.
because she's so small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so tired. Like by the time it's time for us to like actually do something with each other, we're looking at each other like
You
we
ain't
don't
wanna.
even really want to leave the house and do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one of the things we started doing a long time ago, like whenever she was first born, was we started getting seafood and we bring it to the house.
Okay.
So like that's our thing. You know, instead of going out, we just bring the seafood. He goes to pick it up and that's just always been our thing. And actually we started doing that before my daughter was born. Like she was still in the womb. So that's one of the things we do, like to still kind of kick it with each other, you know. We don't ever want to be like crowding each other in each other's space all the time because we're 6 years in. But
Okay.
and we like to do different things. So we're not like attached at each other's hip. But
Okay.
we definitely do the seafood night or just, you know, just spend time with our daughter or like go to one of my son's basketball games together.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I love that.
thank you.
Are y'all
Okay.
more introverted? Both of
Yeah.
y'all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are both of us, and I don't know how I ended up with somebody like that because I feel like I've always ended up with somebody that always likes to kind of hang out and, you know, get me out the house. But he's kind of like the same as me. Like he really
Look.
don't like to be around too many people. If it is a lot of people, it's family. So, you know, that's another thing that we do. We go to my mom's. They have like a little, you know, family get together. He
Mhm.
loves my parents. Oh, he loves my parents because he grew up with a big family. So
That's good.
yeah, that's one of the things that I just was blessed with, like when it comes to him, because he's used to having so many sisters, cousins, brothers, and everybody around him when he was younger. That's what I have around me, and it's like he's used to it. So
Yeah.
he blends right in. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I tell every guy that day, baby, you got to be willing to be around my family because that's I don't play. I
Yeah,
grew up with my elders, and I love to tell people like, baby, I can take you and show you where my foundation started. Like I can
Oh,
point
absolutely.
they headstone in a heartbeat and be like, yeah, that's Tom right there, baby. That's Maddie right there. Okay. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those girls. Don't make me call my daddy on you. Like, so it's important to me for my future husband to have a foundation of family. I don't care if
absolutely.
it's blended. I don't care if your cousins is twice removed or your sister is adopted. If they family, and they welcomed. You know, that's how I grew up.
Yes, I agree. And
Sit down.
I know you were saying too about like, coming up with a blended family as well. I did too. I had a stepmom, I have, stepbrother, stepsisters, and then from there we have extended like nieces and nephews. And so I have like just a lot of family. And so that's important to me, like with any relationship. If your values kind of have to like align with each other, or else it's just gonna kind of be like y'all looking at each other like, "Ooh, this ain't gonna work." The values
Equally
just have to
yoked.
be kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nisha, what about you?
Sorry, my daughter. She keeps
Oh, it's not, look, it's real life mom stuff.
she said,
I'm
bye
already
bye.
understanding that. I already
Bye bye.
understand.
See you. She's something else.
Where is
Uh,
she? Can we see her?
yes, come here. Come here. This is boss baby.
Hey, mommy.
Hey,
Hi. You are so cute.
hey.
Oh,
Everybody
and
keeps saying
your hair is so pretty. You have on your
Thank
beads and
you.
stuff.
hi.
Yeah. Oh, she is too cute.
She runs the house.
Oh. Okay, I can
This is
see.
her meeting her papa. That's what she's trying to run back
What's her
to.
name, Onisha?
Her name is Kiari.
Kiara. Oh,
Yari,
I love
that's
that.
pretty.
Kiara.
Mm-hmm.
Kiari. My first one, his name is Keelan. My second one is Kimari. Her dad put their names together
Mm-hmm.
and came up with Kiari.
I love
Okay.
it. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Dating with kids and social media, it's weird because the mom in you don't want to trust people because not too soon because you just don't know people's intentions, so you don't want to introduce your kid, but then you have to in a sense because, like Bree said, dating you is like dating me, you date my kid.
Absolutely.
So I have to be comfortable not only with you, but my kids have to be comfortable around you as well. Type thing. But it's hard these days because people just want too much. And I ain't got the time. I don't have the time. I'm at work and then I get out of off work, go home to my kids. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to a dude and he was like, what you about to do? So I'm gonna go home, get dinner with my kids. I never heard from them again.
And that was a blessing.
And that
Was
was
a
a blessing.
huge
Then he seen
blessing.
me
Yeah.
yeah, then he seen me at work and like, oh, I got a new number. That's okay. You can have mine now. So don't on about your business. Don't on about your business. But
That was nothing but God's protection. It's cool.
yeah,
So
because
much,
I'm
sir.
like, what?
I'm
It's
glad you said
fine.
that, Ash, because that was definitely God's protection over you. Like somebody said something about people taking the trash out themselves. Have you
Mhm.
ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
what he did.
The
That's what he
trash
Absolutely.
will take
did.
I'm
itself
glad
out.
you did.
Yeah, that's what it
I'm like,
is. That's what it is. Yeah,
It was
that's what
something
he
I
that
don't
did.
want to deal with you anyways. And then the fact that he tried to spin the block. No, sir, I'm good.
oh, let look, we not even gonna talk about a spin the block,
What's
but
up, baby girl?
yeah, I was about to
I
say
Open the
just
one of
believe
door.
the
y'all, cause how y'all on here and ain't got no glass of wine, no margarita, nothing.
I don't really
You
drink
drinking one
that,
for
but
me?
I do got
Me
wine over
too.
here. I just ain't drink.
Girl,
I got ice water.
I got my little water.
Yeah. Bree, have a
You know,
sip for
that's
but
my
no, I
chase
was about to
thing.
say there was
What
a
you-
it was something I was listening to the other day where not much rap music, but where one of the I think one of the pastors was talking about like you want to hear the fastest prayer God will ever answer for you is when you ask him to remove somebody from your life. Baby, that is the fastest prayer God will answer.
I prayed that
Absolutely.
one, and that's why me and
Always
my
be praying, oh
son.
God, you know,
Wow.
if he ain't for me, blah blah blah. And if that man won't, if he don't return a call or a text or he say something to make you feel certain, that is God.
Or an argument come out the blue moon.
Yes. Listen to
Yeah.
that. You better
Because
listen to
like
that.
I prayed that prayer,
I think
and I
Johnny.
got a very sickening feeling. Like
But
every
yes,
time I
thank
think
you.
about my child dating them, like ugh,
Oh, wow.
like ugh, like I honestly close it up, baby girl. I did.
Wow.
Because we be sitting up here praying for, you know, all kinds of stuff. Oh, God, just give me a sign this job is for me or this person for me, blah, blah, blah. You think that, I was thinking about this last night. I was like, you know, we really be sitting up here believing for God for miracles, right? But why, when he tell us something ain't for us, we really be like, wait a minute now, but hold on. I don't know. Maybe that's not right. How? You
Like
can't
give
have
me
it
another
both ways.
sign.
Either you gonna
Look, look,
believe me
look,
or you
look.
not.
That's where we have to give ourselves some grace because I
That's
think
what
we
I'm
all are a
saying.
little hard-headed sometimes, and we don't
Because,
we don't want to see the red flag
but
or
that's
two
what
or
I'm
three.
saying.
My
That's
daddy mama was so religious, and I remember one time, you know, I happened to be in church and they did the Ruth and Boaz.
mm-hmm.
For those that don't know the Bible, I don't know if everybody know, but Ruth, you know, Ruth and Boaz is like the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the Bible. He was
Right.
it, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
'Cause that's the whole thing. Get
I
you a
remember,
Boaz. Get you a Boaz. Get you.
yeah. So I remember telling my grandma, like, Grandma, I be praying for a Boaz and I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? She said, baby, that's because you can't tell God what he gonna do for you. She
Yep.
said, number two, where in that story of Ruth did Ruth pray for Boaz? You better hold on now. And I said, oh, okay, got me together. And I never forgot that. Like, she was like, you can pray. My heathen's acting up. Sit down,
That's
little
all
boy.
right.
She was like, you can pray and you can pray and you can ask, but she was like, where in there do you pray for yourself? Huh? He supposed to stay by you? Yeah, because he was acting up, but it's okay. But
And that's like why everybody be sitting here asking for Sierra's prayer. Ma'am, listen, you don't know how much work she had to do on herself. You don't know how much work Russell
man,
had to do. Like, you don't know what these people
and
went
she was,
through.
yeah.
You don't know what they're going through currently. It looks good. You really
And
don't know.
she was like, I know you know, I know I told you pray for your husband and all like that. She said, but pray for
Pray for
yourself to be the
yourself.
right wife. She said, because ain't no way God gonna send you your husband and you not ready. And I
Mm-mm.
really had to learn that, like, dang, maybe
I
I'm not
love
ready.
that.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not ready. So it
Let
was
me tell
definitely a
you.
lesson I had to learn. And I love that the more that I'm getting older and the more that I'm by myself, single, I'm learning my self-worth all over again, you know.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna
And
tell you,
it's a
Beautiful
whole
too.
different kind of love.
the more
Absolutely.
that I go through my journey of life in general, right? After I had my encounter with God and I just started to really listen and be able to hear. And I'm like, really understanding that, like, when they say, like, you have the power to manifest and all that stuff, and, you know, just like your words have power and everything, I really do sincerely watch what I say a whole lot more because I've been able to, I've been able to realize a lot of the things that I said in the past, they actually did come to fruition just in a different form. But also now it's making a lot more sense. But it's like, I don't want to speak too much on it because like I know what I know. I'll just say it like that. I know what I know. And I just try to be more careful. I'll say it like that. I just try to be a whole lot more careful because there is so much power in the tongue.
Absolutely, there is. I
Yeah.
agree with that 100%, Ash, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You just
Man,
have to be careful, like what you put out there in the universe, even if it's something small, you know.
Absolutely.
Um, but you know, of course, with the positive things, I always like to just speak to that. But like as far as like, you know, any small negative thing, I'm just a little bit more careful with that
Oh
because,
yeah.
like you said, there is a lot of power in the tongue, and what you speak out, you know, can happen in some sort of way. So,
But that's what I
yeah.
was saying though, Tiff. Even the positive is what I mean. Even if
yeah,
I'm speaking that,
absolutely.
I'm like, because I have to think, am I even ready for what I'm about to even speak into existence for myself? I don't know. And so I have to, I try to, sometimes I'll talk myself out of my own blessing because I'm like,
Oh
"Mm,
man.
yeah, that's what I'm like.
And you know what? I learned this and I got this tattoo on me before I even knew how much I'd live by it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond fear lies freedom.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I was like, you know, I was like, oh, I like how that sound because I want to be free as a bird and woo woo woo. And now I'm like, shit, I'm scared of everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, if I get rent, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know, or oh my God, I gotta balance the kids' storage, this. What am I gonna
Yeah.
do? You know? And again, back to my grandma. Like I never realized how much I would have to lean on my grandma's little sayings and lessons until she was gone. But she also used to say, "Baby, if you dare go worry about it, don't you pray to God about it."
Let me tell you something.
Mm.
She used
If
to
you
say,
gonna
don't
pray,
you
don't
hog
worry.
up
If
the
you gonna
prayer
worry,
line
don't pray.
worrying him. She used to
Yep.
say it all the time, don't you hog up the prayer line worrying Jesus.
God, she
I
over
like
here
that
hemming and
though. I
hawing.
like that.
She over here hemming and hawing. She don't even know. Okay, like put her on hold.
Man.
Come back to her. Mm-mm.
But it's true. Like I will psych myself out of a blessing because I'll be like, and you know what? I need to start making TikToks where they be like, "Ooh, God told me something this morning, y'all. Let me share it."
And
But honestly,
I feel like people would tune in, and I feel like you would have a really good following because
Man,
I feel like when you speak, I feel like I just be latched on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I do. You got like a
don't you
nice
love that?
voice.
Don't you love that?
Yes. And
Yes.
I feel like you're so young still, but you know, you
Mhm.
have a lot of wisdom, and that probably comes from like the relationship that you have with your granny. That's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
there's
because she
yeah.
old.
I was the big little sister. I was the baby of the bunch, but my
Hmm.
parents they loved each other, but my parents didn't need to be together. Not definitely not as long as they went being toxic, I guess I should say. So I have both ends of the spectrum. I was raised on love and I was raised on survival.
Oh,
I lost my mama at 21. I wasn't even 21 for a full year. My birthday in June, my mama died in November. So
Sorry.
I didn't get, you know, I didn't get to have all the, hey, that's okay, granny here for her baby. You know, I didn't get the lessons that I needed. So I had to kind of figure it out and lean back onto the lessons that I had with the women before me. You know,
Hmm.
what did my great grandma do? I find myself being like, what would Jesus do? And then other days I'm like, mm-mm, what would Catherine do? What would Thelma Ann do? You know, like I have to rely on my spirits and my
Yeah.
ancestors literally to go against what you pick again, little boy. You're gonna see your ancestors. Well, don't look at the roof. Sorry, y'all. He be trying it.
You're
It's that
good.
Capricorn. He be
this
trying
is
it.
real mom stuff. So ain't nobody tripping
He
off
is
of
in the
this.
terrible twos,
Yeah, I'm
y'all.
already familiar.
I was about to say, oh,
Already,
Nisha, did you drop out? Are you still there? I can't see.
She'll probably be right back in.
Okay.
She dropped out before. Yeah, there she go.
Okay.
but I will say, like, I've last night. Well, not last night. I'm sorry. Christmas Eve night. I was driving to Hoptown to go meet up with my sister's ex. Well, it was her boyfriend before she died. You know JP, but
Mm-hmm.
I call him my brother-in-law to say the least. He had
Mm-hmm.
the kids, and so I was going up there. I was already nervous mess because I don't mess with Kentucky. I don't mess with Kentucky. Not no cash bond, baby. I don't mess with Kentucky. So I'm shitty, nervous wreck driving up there. And JP kept telling me the directions on the back road over and over and over again. I
You
was
was
like,
driving
okay,
on a back road to Kentucky?
to the neighbor.
Are you crazy?
I was already in Hoptown, but to get to his
Oh.
house, he was trying to tell me the back way that led like right there to it.
Mm.
He thinking he helping me, baby. I should just rode on the main road, okay? Because at that point, all them stops and oohs and ahs I was doing, I would have been plumb goddess, okay? They would have been lynching me up out there, real talk. They would have got me.
I'm a
But
fool now.
for the grace of God, I was all right. But he
Good to
showed
hear.
me a little lesson while I was out there because I was like, I know JP said left, but this don't look right. And my spirit was like, no, don't make this left. You know, you going the right way. And I was like, well, I'm going to pass it. And I got halfway down the road and I was like, okay, this don't look right either. Let me go and turn around. You know what I'm saying? But it gave me a little lesson because how many times do we doubt ourselves? Or how many times do we ignore our women's intuition? And how many times do we think it's women's intuition and it's really God trying to lead us the right way?
That's right.
So I was like, dang, you
Hmm.
put the word up here, boy. Put me in a pulpit.
I'm telling you.
Because baby, if he wasn't leading me through the valley, oh
Through the
okay.
valley. Okay. Yes.
I was gonna be in the boonies, y'all. But I didn't call JP back or nothing. I literally cut my music off and I was like, Lord, why don't
You
you
was
get me
Sheila. You was Sheila driving through the mountains, girl.
real talk, okay? Real talk. And I got to my destination like within 5 minutes, and I literally just let God drive me. I cut everything off. I even put the blunt out. And Ashley, you know I don't never put no blunt out. I don't never put no blunt out.
Oh, Jesus really had you. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. All right.
So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna
He had
listen to you. That's why I said, baby, I might need to make me a content creator.
do what you. I'm telling you, like just like I was telling Onisha earlier, she was talking about how like she has these dreams and things, and basically like God
Yeah,
be speaking to her through her dreams. Start jotting that stuff down. If you feel like God is leading you to do content, you know, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, whatever, like however you feel, if you're being led to do it, do that. You have no idea the reason
yeah.
why those things are being placed inside of you. You don't know what that can do for you or your children or anybody that is watching it. Like Tiff don't even know you. And like, I mean, I don't know if y'all have ever met before, but like just her saying that, you know, hearing you speak, just even hearing your voice is like, you know, healing her in some kind of way, whether it's just her wanting to tune in. You might say something one day that might just resonate with somebody. You never know.
Yeah.
We really don't know. So
I really think God has been moving me more into like a tell my testimony, tell my story kind of way of life. Because
yes,
I literally walked in Dodgers one day, and you know, the ladies in the morning, they know me because I stay right across
because
the
you in
street.
there all the time, baby. Because
And
look,
so I went in
Arson
there
love
and
her
I'm
chicken
like,
wings. I told y'all.
okay. They be like, hey, good morning. Be like, hey, booze, how y'all? You know, good morning. And then there's one girl, I was like, what pump am I on? I said, damn it, y'all know my mind don't be right. Hold on, y'all. You know, I'm talking to them regular, like we kicking it old school.
Yeah.
And a white woman stopped me. She said, I had made it all the way outside. I'm talking about biscuit in my mouth and all. She stopped and was like, I just want you to know, like, you are a beautiful light. Like, she was like, you just lit up my morning and you didn't even speak to me. You know, she was like, all you said was, excuse me, and I'm sorry. She was like, she was like, you're just a ray of sunshine. She was like, I
Yeah.
have to let you know that. She was like, I hope to see you again. And I was like, okay, thank you. You know,
Uh-huh.
well, whatever shrooms you got, give me some.
You so stupid. But that's the thing when we start doing that work on ourselves, like it shows from the inside out in general. Like even if it wasn't just you doing the work, like God already placed that in you. So even if you didn't see it, somebody else is gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So because
Yeah.
I say that to say, like, I mean, I've always known that about you. Like you goofy, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Mhm.
always had that in you. So for a stranger to tell you that, I mean, okay, yes, we get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it always seems funny to somebody to the person that's being said to. Like,
Yes, because I'd
okay,
be
girl,
like,
thank you.
girl, if you knew me for real,
I
girl,
was just in a ball crying the other day about blah blah blah.
literally.
Yeah.
Literally can't even watch Bambi. The first 10 minutes of Bambi, I'm like, I
And this is
can't.
why you should be doing content because somebody's that's gonna resonate with somebody.
Right.
I can watch
I
5
would,
minutes. So yeah.
I would literally, y'all know that TikTok filter that got everybody like I would have to be that filter 24/7 because there's no way I could get through it without crying. I
Oh
am the
my
biggest
goodness.
crybaby. I'm
All
the
right,
biggest crybaby.
let me ask y'all this. So as we are weaving in and out of the conversation of in social media. So basically what I was about to get into, because we have we kind of grazed over it a little bit. So like I said, y'all are dating or engaged, whatnot, you know, dating people in the era of social media. How do you handle going like dating in the space of social media? Like, do you okay, so Tiff, when y'all first started dating, let me start with you because you're engaged. Social media was a thing. Did you check his social media before y'all started like getting serious about dating? Did you get into any of that? Did you ask for his socials, his handles, and all that stuff?
That's actually how we first started talking because he gave me his Facebook. We didn't exchange phone numbers. He gave me his Facebook and
How did y'all
I
meet?
We actually met a long time ago in our early 20s in the club.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
just used to say hi to each other. We used to say hi to each other. He looked totally different then. He had like dreads or braids, and we just used to say hi and bye to each other. That was about it. But then when I ran into him again, he actually looked totally different. He had like a beard. He had
Okay.
like a low haircut. He looked good. Chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked good. And so I
Okay.
was like,
You
I
had
didn't
to walk over
recognize
there
him.
like Alicia Keys, huh? When then you don't know my name, but she spoke that. I'm not going
That's
for you
right. That's
with it,
right.
but
hmm Yes, girl. So he looked really good, and we actually ran into each other at the liquor store. I was going to get wine. He went in there and got something was coming out, and he saw me getting out of my car,
And he was
and
like, "What's up, Slim?"
he actually said "Hey, Miss Lady," and I was
Mm,
fixing my shirt. I was fixing
brothers
my
love a
shirt, and
good Miss Lady.
I said, "Who is talking to me?" And I looked up, and I said, "Oh, hey." He was like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I said, no. And he was just so cute. And I knew he was a nice guy. I knew he was very mild mannered.
Hmm.
He had like a really old phone. I was just like, oh, okay, he's just like a cool dude, you know? And so,
Was it a flip
yeah,
phone?
girl, yeah, it was
That means
actually.
he was. Look, that
It
means he got
wasn't,
stability.
it was just
Those are
an
to
old ass
last the test
phone.
of time.
and see, there go the age gap because you see a nigga my age with a phone, a flip phone, you already know what toxic. Leave him alone. Leave
Girl, listen. So I
I
saw
love a flip
that.
him
phone.
alone.
I saw that and I saw potential. I said, oh
The
yeah,
flip phone
if he
batteries
doesn't
last
have
forever.
if he doesn't have a new phone, that means he's not worried about a whole lot, like when it comes to unimportant things in life. You know what I
Say
mean?
it.
Because
Say it.
phones for like my generation is really just to have a conversation, not necessarily for
Mhm.
anything else. So when
Yep.
I saw that, I was actually scanning all of that, and I was like, oh, okay,
Come on,
he's
Tiffany.
yeah. I was picking up on a lot in those
That's probably
5 to
why I'm an
7
unk
minutes,
magnet.
huh?
That's probably why I'm an unk magnet. I do not fit in with guys like my age. It's very
Yeah,
Stop.
they have to
Stop.
have old fashioned morals, like
that's
like I
right.
can't grow up
Bree
like
want a
how
nigga
I
with some
did.
Stacey Adams on. Cut it out.
No,
Cut
not
it
that
out.
deep. That's pawpaw. That's too deep. That's too deep. I'm talking about like you got them on a sweatsuit, little ball cap and some Nike Air Maxes. I'm in
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
unk
yeah.
level, couple golds maybe.
Mhm.
I need pawpaw out there trying to do with the Q dog still on the cane and still putting
Yeah.
on aftershave. I don't want pawpaw.
You don't want that. Yeah, I got you.
But go
Like
But
ahead,
it got
Tiff.
a little gray, but it's like real, like still up under her. It ain't really
yes,
all right here yet. Yeah.
yes.
I hate you
But
so much.
but but no, so we just ran into each other. I, kind of just talked briefly, and he gave me his Facebook and stuff, and I was like, I'll reach out to you. And I hit him up. I did scan over his pictures a little bit, and he didn't really
Mhm.
have too much in there or whatever. And we never stopped talking after that.
So
We
it was
just
nothing that kind of gave you a red flag. Nothing that was like, oh, let me see whose
mm-mm.
arm and elbow that is in the background. You didn't try.
Nope.
Okay.
He didn't have any of that. It was like basically a lot of pictures of his son, and that was about it. I mean, a lot of his family and stuff like that. So I really didn't get red flags or anything like that from his Facebook because we look for those things
So
since
let
we
me ask
are in the
you this.
social media era. Just to answer
Right.
your question, Ash, I was looking for that. I was looking
Okay.
for, okay, what do you have going on here? Because you can look through somebody's pictures and you can kind of see what is their life.
That's what I was about to ask you. So when you finally did talk to him after going through his pictures,
Yeah.
did you mention anything that you saw? Did you
Uh-uh.
ask? Okay. Did you ask any questions like leading into like so thinking like, okay, I didn't really see much of this. Let me ask him about like, oh, so blah blah
No,
blah.
that came later. That came
Okay.
later. Yeah,
Okay.
like not the initial us talking to each other, but like down the line, because social media can be like a lot when in the beginning of a relationship, like because what you're doing is you're saying you're in a relationship with somebody. This is the era that we're in. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
put y'all picture up and say in a relationship. That's
Mm-hmm.
the big thing. So once we did that, uh, is when I started kind of seeing a little bit of a, let me start checking his social medias
Mhm.
because I started seeing little girls, little females pop up, like in
Oh,
some of the
Right.
comments. It wasn't a whole lot. It was
okay.
like basically maybe one or two.
Whereas like it might be like, oh, he looked nice today, and then somebody posts like, ooh, heart eyes or cute pics
Yeah,
or
one of
whatever.
those. Yeah.
Okay.
And
How
that's
did that
Mine
usually
be
make
the
happen.
how
my
did that make
favorite
you
be the
feel?
president of the fan club. You know,
Who
you
The
is
got
that?
the
same
one that
one, the
drop a
same one.
picture.
They be the same one all the time. Yeah, he had that.
Okay, okay. And how do you,
Um,
and so in those instances when you do have something like that where it's like the same person, whether if you don't know who it is before you don't know who it is, and any of y'all can answer this, I guess, like if you've ever had this happen, where the same girl is posting heart eyes or like, oh, nice haircut or whatever, how do you handle that? Is that conversation with him like, well, who is this? Or what's going on? Or is that even a conversation that you have?
I really feel like it depends on where I'm at in my life and where I'm at on my insecurity and maturity level.
yeah.
Okay.
And number two, it depends on how he make me feel. Because if my first defense, and I'm learning this now, but in the past I didn't realize that. But if my first idea is to be defensive and be like, "Who the fuck is this? I know
Yeah.
that nigga woo 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 woo. Or I know this man ain't woo woo woo."
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
I know what kind of man I'm dealing with, and I need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Yeah.
of the time, see if you know your man is trustworthy, or even if you're secure in yourself, you could be like, "Babe," or y'all could be joking and be like, your girlfriend Tasha said you look good with your haircut. You should be okay with that. It shouldn't be like, "Who is Tasha and what you need?" Like it shouldn't be defense. That's why I said, I'm really glad that I'm going through my healing journey. I even be doing. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of like Bible workbooks or love workbooks, but I'm doing one right now, and I'll send it to Ashley to post later. But it's based off of the love stories in the Bible,
Mm.
and
I think I
I'm in
saw one of them last
now,
night.
huh?
I think I saw one of them last night, but yeah, go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
like yellow and pink. I can't think of the lady name. It's literally like I can literally see the entire book, but I cannot see the letters. But I'm doing the part where they were talking about please, yes. Where basically like, they were talking about how jealousy can be your worst enemy. Envy can be your worst enemy sometimes, and you don't even realize it. Musha can tell you, my friend next to me, her name's Musha, y'all.
Oh, I
She's
remember her. She was at the baby shower, wasn't she?
yes,
Yes, I
yes.
remember her.
Together, yes.
Hey, girl, hey. Mm-hmm.
She said, "Hey, girl, hey." Musha, like we're complete opposites. Musha's been married for 10 years. Has it been
Wasn't she your neighbor at
11,
one point? I'm
11.
trying to remember. Was she your
Huh?
neighbor before when you were in the apartment?
No, she was down the
Not
street.
her.
A little
Okay,
further
okay.
down the street, yeah. But I mean, she was in labor and delivery with us. She kind of know everything, huh?
My
but
bad, girl.
but she's been married for 11 years, and I'm single, and
Yeah.
sometimes I be like, "Girl, I'm finna woo 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 woo," and they'd be like, "Come on, damn, you married, never mind," and then I'd be like, "Dang, I'm mad she can't do this," and then other times I'm like, "Shit, I wish I could be at home with my man. I wish I could be at home with my man." So I do realize that sometimes envy play a part without us
Mm-hmm.
even trying. You know what I'm saying? Like it
But
work
she's
in
also
different ways.
probably a good person to get some information about being married and like the things that she's went through, if she ever wants to share that with you. You know what I'm saying? The trials and tribulations.
You said, "I bet she's a good person." She said, "Fuck that."
I'm talking about to get information as far as advice for marriage. I
That's
ain't
what she
talking about,
heard. That's what
yeah.
she heard. That's what she
Oh,
heard. That's what she said. Fuck that. They going through. You know how most people go through that. They say the year 5 is the worst part. To be FRE.
okay.
But I will say, okay, in Musha defense, she married the first man she ever been with. So all she know is her husband. So she doesn't have like the experience that I have with dating.
Oh,
But where I may be like, girl, he a narcissist. She's like, well, he's just trying to, it's different. You feel me? So I do like that we're different. It keeps things interesting. But to go back on the jealous and envy part, like when I was reading when I was reading the passage that they inserted, they were like, how do you handle envy without intention? And I was like, what is, I had to read the question a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I read it again and I thought about it. If it's without intention, is it envy?
Mm.
I immediately thought of Musha and I was like, damn, how many times have I been like, she don't get it? And been mad or envious that she's been wholesome or more conservative.
Oh yeah.
And she doesn't understand how I feel. You know what I'm saying? On certain situations. So I do know like and so with social media, it play a part because you don't know that. You can't direct someone's tone through a
Can't hear
You
you.
on mute, baby.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was just me. I was like, I couldn't hear her.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
No, I can't hear you, Bree. It don't say it's on mute no more, but I still can't hear you.
Am I back?
I can hear you.
Yeah, but you sound.
barely.
I don't know why. For my finger.
We can hear you, but it's
We can't hear you. It's what? Oh, it's
the phone is
dying.
dying. So you got to put the phone on the charger. Is it in the car?
No.
Oh my gosh, Brianna.
My charger is.
Oh, that's what I said. Is the charger in the car?
Yes.
Oh, well then, okay, we straight.
So yeah, how long are y'all gonna be on here?
As long as it takes to get through these conversations. But how long before you get to the car?
Like 30 minutes.
Well, we'll talk until your phone dies. Is it about to die now? Oh, okay. Well, Onisha, we'll let you talk. So you can go ahead and answer a little bit. Sorry, Bree, I can't believe you.
My phone was too, Bree. Don't feel bad.
Don't make her feel good. I can't believe
I
this.
keep pulling my charger out.
Your phone finna die too?
I'm 17, but I'm by a charger.
Oh, okay.
I'm by a
Doggone it, Bree. Put your hand on your phone. We finna touch and agree for your phone to at least last for at least a good 15 minutes. Come on now. Heavenly Father, please give this girl some juice so that she can continue her conversation. She was doing really well, y'all. She really was. We was enjoying this conversation. In your name, Lord Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Brianna. Onisha, how do you deal with social media and like stuff like that? I don't know how much of it you heard because I know you had the babies with you and you were on mute. But do you, when it comes to like people leaving comments and stuff, do you go and do you check? Does that bother you? How does that work with you?
Well, kind of like to piggyback off Bree was saying, you're welcome, baby. To piggyback off what she was saying, when I was in my insecure phase, when I was with my son's dad, I did the whole checking social media because I didn't feel secure in my relationship. And the woman's intuition, I knew he was doing something shady, so I knew it was something going on with it type thing. But I was also in my insecure phase too though. So like
So did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah. I did the whole thing, like going through phones and all that. Like one day he came up to me, he was like, he was drunk. They say a drunken mind speaks sober.
Because sober, absolutely.
Oh. He was like, if I got another baby on the way, what would you do? And I'm like, I'ma leave. And then I was like, what made you ask
that was a
question?
hypothetical question?
Exactly. And I had asked him, like, what made you ask that question? He said, no, I'm just asking, I'm just checking. So me, woman's intuition is already playing in the back of my head. So I'm like, it's something up with this. So
I ain't never heard nobody ask no dumbass question. I'm sorry, and I really be trying not to cut.
Very dumb.
Like
very dumb.
Never
so
heard
like
that as a hypothetical question.
So I met him. When I met him, I went to his house, whatever. Sorry, boss baby on the side. Girl, you can get out. You can go to Mimi.
Sorry, babies.
I went to his phone, and he sure enough had his other baby mama pregnant. Same time I was pregnant. Let me not leave that out. Same time I was pregnant. So our kids are like 5 months, like 5 months apart type thing. So that made my trust go down, confidence go down type thing. But I had to, grow up type thing. Baby girl, you can get out. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out.
My girl, honey, my girl is kicking
She
it.
is not playing. She wants to study me at first.
She said she got something to add too
You
now.
know,
She
you
wants
know
to
how they
study
know when
me.
we on the phone and they want to come and they want to do a whole lot of talking. I understand.
Always. But
Yes.
yeah, I had to grow. Now, like, I don't even care to check social media type thing. If I
Hmm.
can't trust you from the beginning, it really ain't no point in checking the social media
Yeah.
because we know, and it's hard to explain. But a woman knows,
Yeah.
she knows. So like, you just gotta trust yourself and just ask God for discernment. Like, come on, help me out in this situation. But yeah, I don't check social media anymore. I did. When I was in my insecure phase, I checked social media. I checked social media. I checked phones. I'm just like, I'm going through the likes, seeing if this person like this, okay, they liked the last one. What kind of comments? Yeah, I did all that. But I was insecure in my position. I wasn't
Mm.
secure. And he didn't make me feel secure. So I feel like I had to in order to get the answers that I was looking for, type thing. But I don't do it no more. You reveal yourself. You can always reveal your own hand. So
Oh yeah.
no need in going through social media and giving yourself a headache doing all that. It's nothing
You
but a
absolutely
headache.
will.
Yeah. I
That's
love
all
that you
it is.
said that. I love that you said that because I think that that's something that I learned too, like deeper into my relationship. Is like the social media thing is like not what is going to determine what I know about my man.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like the personal, me seeing him on a day to day and like
Mm-hmm.
really, how he acts with me and things like that. Social media, in today's era, it can tell you a small portion, but not as much as you can find out for yourself.
Right.
Like
Well,
just
that was
being around the person. It's
yeah.
not the same thing. And a lot of people mistake social media for what you can see with someone in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
yes, social media can tell a small part, but it can't tell you everything. So, you should not
Well,
rely on that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No,
I see what you're saying, Onisha.
I was just about to ask. Was like, well, not really ask, but just thinking like, as far as social media goes, because I haven't dated in years, but I was thinking about how people use it. It's like in a sense of trying to get to know somebody or whatever, and then that's why I was asking like when you did meet him, how much did you go creeping? Because sometimes like social media can make you go crazy when you start to go through their page and stuff, and then when you
Yeah.
finally talk to them, you could do more harm than good by creeping through somebody's page. And now you set like it's like you self sabotage yourself when
Yeah.
you meet somebody because you can be doing too much trying to investigate and go into their page. I get it. That's why it's I don't know. I guess for me, when people say, oh, well, we exchange social media pages, what am I supposed to learn about you? Because you put on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you want people to see. I don't have a lot of my personal business on there. Um, I mean, whatever I put on there, I feel like if I have something out about myself, it's something that I wouldn't mind people knowing. But if you really know me, I mean, I'm pretty much an open book depending on I mean, people are nosy to a degree. They always feel like they
Yeah.
entitled to know everything about you.
Yeah.
But that's why I was saying like with the whole social media thing, I just felt like they take it and they run with it a lot of times because it's like, oh well, I looked from 2014. Here it is 2024. You scrolling and you on his grandmama page now. Like now you know everything about him. And it's just like, well,
Not
dang,
on the granny's page.
but I mean, like, I mean, I
Aunties and
know we've
cousins
all,
too. All of them.
Right, right, right.
yeah, we've all done it. Like, okay, he didn't tag such and such. Who is this? Okay. He didn't tag them 3 or 4 different pictures. Okay, so they must be pretty close. You know what I'm saying? Like, however it works. And it's like, now you on his cousin 3 times removed page. And before you know it, now you know more about, they family reunion from 2016. And now it's like, you don't even get to know him. Like I miss dating prior to social media. That's why I'm like, this whole thing of technology, like to me, it's a gift and a curse. Cause yeah, you can get to know people and see pictures and all that stuff, whatever. But people no longer want to call anymore. They want to text. I love hearing somebody's voice.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you. I don't want to just get a text message. You can, okay. So another thing about social media now, as opposed to, Onisha, you said you were 31. Okay. So I don't know how old you were when cell phones came out, but I remember my first cell phone, I was 17. And I think I might have been a senior. And so this was like 2001. So like back then, we didn't know what texting was, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we could barely do the little snake game or whatever on the phone, but we still had to call. You know what I'm saying? If a man wanted to holler at us, he literally had to come and talk to us face to face. And it felt real. You know what I'm saying? Because what is more real than a face to face connection? Now it's like a nigga can send you excuse me, Lord, like he can send you a picture of whatever, you know what I'm
I do
saying?
not
Yeah.
like them pictures. I hate those
Yeah.
pictures. So
And
still,
let
for
me
one,
let me tell you what the not emoji, but the acronym that I hate the most is that WYD. My God, that burns me up so much. I remember somebody texting me years ago, years ago. All he used to text me was WYD. And I remember telling him, please stop texting me that. Don't you know this Negro laughed?
She
And
was serious. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And I didn't even have an attitude when I said it. I was just like, because you're not saying anything after that. There's social media's just made
no
people lazy as
conversation.
hell. Like I just
Yeah.
feel
Like
like
no type
I'm
of
not,
conversation.
yeah, like you don't, that's what I'm saying. Like prior to social media, we had to talk. You had to talk to us. And if you didn't have no
Mhm.
game, you just didn't have no game. But like, damn, can I get more than 3 letters? That
Yeah.
is just annoying to me. So the whole dating in the social media area, like I get it. It's convenient. People are, oh, I'm busy. I just try to send a text. Da, 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 da. Baby, Barack ran a country. Don't sit up here and tell me he didn't have 15 minutes to call Michelle and check in on her. You
You're
got
never
time
too
to send me a
busy.
sentence.
You're never too busy. You make
You're
time for what you
never
want to
too
make time
busy.
for.
You are never too busy. Kenny Lattimore said it best, okay? Never too busy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I don't like that.
Ash. Ash, I couldn't stand that damn song, but I knew all the words.
Tiffany,
I know, girl. But it
I
was a
got
cute
things
song.
on my mind. Taking my time. Don't you dare. That is my jam.
Sorry, but that damn song got on my damn.
Oh my God. Kenny, she don't
But
mean
it
that. If you
no,
ever
but
see this,
now
Kenny,
that
she
I
didn't mean that.
know what he was talking about,
Yes.
it actually is a really good song.
If
But
you're
girl, back
feeling
then,
alone, pick up the phone. Don't text me, call me. Hell, it's real.
yeah, no, but I see what you're saying, and
You
honestly,
love
like,
hearing your man's voice. You don't want to get
yeah,
a text from him all the time. I get it.
right,
He's busy,
yeah.
but I want to hear. Don't text your vows to me. Don't get that altar and text your vows. Say
I
I
them.
know
think they
it.
probably would do that now, this day and age. They would probably like, just don't meet me at the altar.
Absolutely.
Just text it to me real quick.
You ain't got strep throat. You better talk to me. Say what you got to say. I just don't. I just don't like that. I just feel like if you put in the effort to chase a woman and to get to know her and you want to spend time with her, put in the effort to use your words. Talk to me. You want me to make noise in the other room, don't you? Put some effort into to using them vocals on that phone. Tell me something. Shoot. I want to have a conversation. We ain't got to talk 4 5 hours a day.
I feel you. I feel you on that. And a lot of conversations can get confusing through text messages because like they say something one way, you may
Because you
misinterpret it
interpret it.
because
Yeah.
you don't know. A lot of conversations get confusing through text messages.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the other day I was thinking about, I was like, also, I think that I remember back back in like 2006, 2007 or something or other. I was like in my early 20s. I remember telling this guy, "Oh, I get bored easily." But that to me, I thought about it, I was like, that ain't nothing but the devil. Because why would that be something that I would say to somebody? Because I had been living so freely back then. Like, I didn't want to have a conversation. I was just out here doing my thing. And if
Yeah.
we weren't doing whatever, after a certain amount of time, I was bored with you. That's what we all are on after. That's a text message, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But look, I'm sitting here talking about Bree. Okay. But yeah.
No,
So
but I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Ash. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. Oh snap.
No, I
Hold
was just gonna
on.
say
Back up. Is that her?
that's her.
Ew. Okay. I'm listening, Tiff. Go
Look
ahead.
at her. I was just I was just gonna say that, it's definitely important to have conversation outside of social media, but you have to find the right person. If they don't know how to communicate, it's kind of gonna be a dead situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Social media might actually help somebody that doesn't know how to communicate versus somebody like me or you, Ash, that we just like to talk.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't like talking, some people just need an escape. And social media has presented that for a lot of people.
I get that, Tiff, but also we
Yeah.
gotta start getting out of our comfort zone with that because you can't. Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Some people
Mhm.
like their comfort zone.
That's
They
right.
don't want to change.
Yeah,
Well, nothing grows in comfortability.
Right,
that's
but that what
right.
I was thinking about was
That's
like
right.
you think about all those couples, how we were talking about, the Russell and Sierra and all them people. My thing is, I look at like older couples. My favorite couple I always looked at is like people say like couple goals and all that stuff. Ozzy Davis and Ruby Dee. People don't be married for 40, 50 years like that no more. Them people didn't have cell phones back then. They had to talk to each other. So I
Mhm.
need for you to get uncomfortable. Pastor was talking about that earlier. It was like that's where when you live in comfortability, that's the issue. Like you're not. That's the problem where we get comfortable. That's why you're lazy. You get comfortable. All of the things and stuff like how we repetition, all this different stuff. Like you're comfortable. I pray all the time. God, shake up. I've been praying that for so many years. God, shake up my foundation. Shake up my foundation. I don't want to be comfortable. God, make me uncomfortable. If nothing else, I cannot stress this enough. Going through dialysis has probably been one of the most uncomfortable things that has ever been going on in my life, but it has grown me in so many different ways, and I'm grateful for it. I don't know if anybody has seen Jamie Foxx's special that he got out now, but he talked about.
Don't you ruin it.
Oh, I'm not. But he mentioned about how when he had his stroke, like he said that was a blessing from God, and he is absolutely correct. And it really it resonated with me when I heard him say that. I was just like, I absolutely understand everything that he was saying. And I'm so grateful that he did have that stroke because I can tell God is really working on him. Because a lot of times God has to sit you down after you've been really sitting here thinking that you know so much. Oh, I got it. That's what I said. In my 20s, baby, I was living in my own mind. You can't tell me nothing. I'm out here doing whatever. Yeah, you taking care of your kids, paying your bills, all this. Okay, sure. But where is your healthy relationships at? I didn't have no healthy friendships. I definitely didn't have no healthy relationships with men. And God took me through the things that I went through. I had a lot of extremely painful relationships with men because I kept leaning on my own understanding, thinking that I knew better because, I'm grown. Girl, no, you wasn't. No, you was not. And it took,
And it's very hard, okay?
Thank you, Johnny.
You will.
and it took all this time for God to be able to really reach me and for me to be like, and it wasn't the dialysis for him to reach me, but it was just like, I finally had to seriously surrender and be like, you know what? I don't know. Let me surrender and let me just shut up. And things just started to get better.
I love that, Ash.
Who is that? Who is that coughing?
Kason and Carson on my nerves. You already know. asking me stupid
Mhm.
questions. Are we all gonna
No.
eat that? No, I'm gonna just eat it in front of y'all.
That is too cute.
But I do agree with you actually because and it applies what you said applies to every way of life, even if it's not your own situation. Like
Yeah.
for those that don't know, my sister was 33 when she died. She died from lupus. And I used to be
Sorry
like,
for your loss.
I used to joke, thank you. I used to joke with her all the time and be like, girl, you ain't, she used to tell me, girl, this is it. I'm out of here. I just want to die. She used to say all kind of stuff. And I'd be like, girl, you wicked. You gonna live forever.
I
And it
used to
wasn't
hate to say
until
that.
and it wasn't until I lost her that I kind of like was like, why? Like, Lord Jesus Christ, why do you keep
Yeah.
doing this to me? But I also had to think like when my mom passed, my sister couldn't handle it. Like I literally became the big sister. My
You know,
sister
that's the only way I was able to really get through Nessa's passing is because it really just only that's the only thing that brought me comfort was to know that she no longer
yeah.
came.
And then I'd be like, sometimes as bad as it sounds, y'all, I kind of went through a little survivor's guilt with my
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, why she leave me like that? But I also had to be like, you know what, God, thank you.
Yeah.
Because you gave me my mama said they struggle with mental illness and everything. You gave me enough mind and strength to persevere when none of my siblings could.
Yeah.
Like it's very much I have to thank him sometimes. Like, Lord, thank you for giving my sister relief. It got to the point my sister wasn't even sleeping through the night. Like,
Mm.
she was up. Like, she did a lot of coke or something, ecstasy or
Yeah.
whatever little drug that keep you up.
Yeah.
She was like that. It had got bad, and now she's just free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's one less thing for me to worry about. I don't have to be like, well, dang, can my sister keep the kids? Is she even able to do it? I ain't got to
Yeah.
Yeah.
call the hour and be like, hey, are the kids okay? You okay? You need anything? Like,
Rushing back to get them, give her a
man, it's
break.
not
Yeah.
so much panic and anxiousness that comes with it. So I do agree with you. Sometimes those things that most people would be like, ooh, that would curse God for it, we do see the blessing in it.
Absolutely. And it's a journey because it takes time and because like I was telling them earlier, well, most everybody knows Deja has sickle cell. So like we've spent
Mhm.
majority of her life in the hospital. And that's something that we've talked about numerous times with Deja's walk with her faith and everything. And so that's something that I've told her before, a lot of times and everybody, they grow in their own walk, and so what I've told her is like, it might feel unfair that you're going through this and you got all these other issues and whatnot, but this is the thing: Jesus died on the cross for you. So if God can do that for his son, who are we to sit up here and feel like it's unfair? Because I'm telling you, we all owe God a blood sacrifice. I'm not saying for everybody, oh, you got to do what you do. You're gonna believe who you're gonna believe. I don't care nothing about that. That's between you and God. But my point is, what I was explaining to Deja is just that God got you regardless. And I
Big
just gave
Sandals
birth
don't
to
play
you.
about his favorite.
Right. But I'm like, I gave birth to you. I don't have no say so over what he does with your body. Like you are his child. As much as you are mine, you are his child. You know what I'm saying? So I have to believe him for healing in your body. And that's why I'm not scared to go through what I'm going through. But with her, I'm like, you have to understand there are people who have cancer, who were born with different illnesses as well. And it's just like they probably feel the same way. But again, Jesus was nailed to the cross. Like, I mean, they try to paint a picture of, oh, it was like this. Cramps hurt us as women. You couldn't even imagine being nailed to a cross. So I just try my hardest to make sure that my daughter doesn't live in that space in her mind of pity and all kinds of anguish and stuff of the illness that she has. And that's another thing. Just really quickly, I just wanted to make sure that I say this because I tell this a lot of times to like the younger people when they're out here vibing, so to speak. Um, when I had my daughter, none of
I'm
us
good.
back
I'm good.
none of us back then were having conversations about oh, what runs in your family. Nobody knew about sickle cell. I didn't know about sickle cell, I mean, other than like T-Boz from TLC. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that sickle cell ran on my side and her dad's side. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't anything
Yeah.
that we were even thinking about. So when we found out after she was born, it's too late. You know, those are not questions that you ask the person when you're sleeping with them. You asking about STDs and blah, blah, blah. Ask other questions. You don't know any of this stuff. So while you're thinking, oh, we just kicking it, we laying up, it is so much more to just having sex with somebody than just, oh,
Man.
just laying up.
Absolutely.
You have
Absolutely.
no
Man.
idea what that baby could be born with. You could have a baby with cerebral palsy. You could have, I'm telling you, there's so much more than just, oh, my baby daddy fine, oh, she looked good. I promise you,
Give your TV that for it.
there was I remember there was something there was Fat Joe was somewhere where he was talking about his son, and a lot of people don't know he has a son, I think, who has cerebral palsy. Or is it
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, like, there's so, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he said the mother of his child gave up her rights when he was born. She couldn't do it. You
Yeah.
have no idea what God is going to bless you with. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So while it might seem like a burden, that is something so completely, like, just be grateful that you don't have to deal with an illness like you were talking about, Bree, with Ness. You know, dealing with lupus and stuff, it's not easy. It's not. So just be grateful that you're not the one that has to do it. You know, that you don't have to go to these doctor's appointments and stuff. But if you have a sibling or a coworker even that is going through an illness or something, just give them grace. You don't know what God placed in your life so that you could at least deal with it to some capacity, because he might just be showing you, because it's going to touch you in some way. You might end up getting it or dealing with it in some kind of way. That's all I want to say. So anyway.
No, I agree to that too. Not to interrupt anybody if y'all have something to say, but I had to touch back on that again because I hear so many times, like, you know, for me to be the youngest and I grow up, I'm in a house full of men. You know, it literally took for me to tell my daddy, did you forget my mama side struggle with mental illness? Sometimes you just asking me how my day is enough. And I will say, as single mothers, man, I know y'all know how many battles have we cried in the middle of the night, and it'd be something just as simple as, I don't want my kids to hate me when they grow up,
Oh my
or
God.
just as simple as, can I please just can I carpool? Can my kid carpool with you in the morning? Like, so
But then
you know,
it's like you don't want to put that burden on somebody else asking. It's a pride thing. I
man,
get it. Which again is where it comes from, that whole it takes a village. If we could stop
man.
each other feel like we're less than, or, oh, I got it all figured out. No, you don't, because I promise you, you
And you
have
know,
moments.
Case and Daddy said something to me the other day. And it really, he was like, y'all always talk about y'all strong, but man, I feel like we just stronger because how many battles do we cry? We can't cry. And I was like, you know, I
This
get that.
is
But let me
not
tell
a
you something.
competition.
And I had to tell him that. I said, it's not a competition. I said, but if you want me to be honest with you, I said, we are made to be stronger than y'all. I said, do you know how many times I've had to tell myself through casing, like, you know, I did casing labor completely alone, Ashley. Like, it was just
You ain't
me.
gotta say my name, ma'am. I apologize for that. Okay.
No. I wasn't saying it like that. But
I
you
know
know,
that,
I'm
I'm
just
joking,
saying
but yeah,
because you were there with Carson. It was full of, you know, love in that
baby,
room. Like
that
you
was the most hilarious delivery I'd ever been to. But go
ever.
ahead.
I was in labor forever with Carson.
It
But
was so funny. Your daddy was like, "Come on now, you can do it. You on the 50-yard line." Like, sir,
man,
what?
sir, this is football. This is not, you are not a football coach right now. If you're gonna be anything, be a Lamaze coach, okay? Not a football coach, okay? Shit. But it really, it took for me to do it. Like when I going through stuff, or I'll be like, oh Lord, I can't do this. I literally have to tell myself sometimes, y'all, did you push the 8-pound baby out natural? You bet not.
A whole turkey.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, did you marry your mama? You know, I have to talk to myself like I'm juvenile or some bitch.
Yeah.
Short bitch. Yeah, you know. You bet not. Like, and it does, like, sometimes when you go through shit, it do make you, it's like a foreshadowing thing. You don't know what God preparing you for, but you know you being prepared for something.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe and understand that. Like,
Which again, kind of doubling back to what Tiff was saying about you doing content. I think
Mhm.
with you talking about like surviving and all of this stuff, like there are so many people who can relate to that. Just in general, hearing you talk
Yeah.
about it in such a positive light right now, and again, like I said, just knowing you, and knowing you as your older cousin in general, just seeing the young lady that I remember to the grown woman now, the mom of two, you've had a lot, a lot of growth. You had a lot of stuff that you had to deal with, and you absolutely should make sure that you always commend yourself for that, because if this world
Thank
don't do nothing else, it will absolutely remind us. And that goes for all three of y'all. Like seriously, make sure y'all take the time to commend yourselves, whether you got help or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was getting
man.
the whole social media thing, because the TikTok, like finding communities like that, like your voice
It's hard.
yeah, like they need that. We need those communities. It takes a village, and wherever you can find that is a blessing, because there's somebody this morning who woke up without their mama because she just couldn't do it no more.
Man.
So true.
Not to interrupt you guys. I am on my way home. I'm on 6%.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
driving?
talking to y'all till it got in. Yeah, that's
Well,
why I had muted and calmed down because I was trying to get my daughter and everything together. But I'm on my way home in case it
okay,
got
well,
out.
we still here. If I'm about to say, if you
Hey,
got
we
stuff to
listen and
add,
we can
please do.
discuss.
Just jump in. I would. We wasn't trying to exclude you at all.
You heard
No,
what I said.
no, you have to focus.
Okay. Yeah, I know you got the babies, but I about to say, I thought you were still in the house. I couldn't look. Told you I can't halfway see. But if you hear something, please just jump in, because I wanted all three of y'all just to get everybody's collective, opinions about stuff.
Yeah,
Because
to
all
jump
three of
into
y'all are
what you
mama.
guys were, my bad. Jump into what you guys were talking about though.
Want to
The
be all
you had said something about pride, asking for help. That is the hardest thing for me to do. When I say the hardest, asking somebody for help is very hard. Especially like when I moved back home to Jackson, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a second job, so I can save, just because I knew Christmas was coming. But I got here, I'm like, I don't have it. I don't want to call too many people so much because I don't want to feel like I'm a burden on them
Mm-hmm.
and what they have going on. So it's like, okay, do I stick with this second job or do I just bite the bullet and try it again? So asking people for help is hard and it can mess with you mentally. Um, like I can't, y'all probably remember, but I became a single mom at 16, 15. Had my son at 15. So becoming a mom so young, not well, raising a child while being a child, let's say that,
Mm-hmm.
was hard in itself. If I did not have my mama, Lord, I'm so thankful for that woman because I don't know where I would be. But still, yes, girl. Okay, hold on. Um, but yeah, because I didn't have help besides my mom. I know she was one. So it's like, uh, that's why I got that whole I can tell from the jump because I've been doing it by
Mm-hmm.
myself since 15. So it's hard asking for help. So if there's somebody out there that if you know you need the help, don't be scared to ask for the help. Don't look down on yourself for asking for help because we all need help. We all need it. No matter if we asking for it or not. You know you need the help. And we all need breaks. Like don't be scared to take a break. Don't feel ashamed or guilty for taking a break because when you're around your kids 25/8, going to work and going home, you need
And baby, my 6-year-old, I'm gladly offering up if any of y'all want them, because a break. I don't even know what that is.
say parents if we're empty. What they say, pouring from an empty cup. Is that the saying? Something like that?
Absolutely
Yeah.
cannot.
You can't pour from an empty cup. So
Absolutely.
you gotta take a step back from life, from motherhood, and so for
Mhm.
some it is hard. 'Cause I think Bree says she don't have it, something like that. But it is hard. But
Mm-hmm.
y'all, it take a village. It does.
Yep.
And some people don't look down on single parents as much as they do because at the end of the day, we all our kids got.
Yep.
We are
Uh-huh.
all our kids got at the end of the day. So
Mhm.
like I caught myself crying at night behind when my kids go to sleep, I'm going in their bathroom. But when I walk out their bathroom, I got a smile on my face like God, what we gotta do? Because
That's
what
right.
else is to do? I mean, you gotta do something. So when you said that touched, I wanted to speak on it when you said it, but I think I was still talking. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let them get done talking first. But asking for help is very, very hard. And I'm thankful that you got this panel together because you never know. You know,
Yeah.
it's people out there going through the same thing you're going through, no matter the age, but you never really meet them until somebody puts y'all in position. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you called me on this panel today, girl. I'm
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Facts.
you know what? I want to tell y'all how I met Onisha, and this ain't nothing but God, right? So Rashawn, my son, he
Mhm.
was we were signing him up for car insurance, and she was the person that helped me over the phone, and we were going through the motions and all this stuff. And this is like what, about a year ago, Onisha, I think.
Knocking on a year. It's
I don't
knocking
think it's
on
been quite a
a
year
year.
because we haven't been here.
That's
We've
it.
been in
Probably
the
like
house. Yeah, we've been in the
6 months.
house almost a year. So it's been almost probably about 8 months ago. But yeah, so she was helping us with setting him up with his insurance. And then towards the end of the call, something just kind of came over me. Holy Spirit, was just kind of was like, I was just asking her questions. I was like, so where you live at? I thought she lived here, and she lives in Tennessee, but she lives in a different city. I was like, oh, okay. And so then I just kind of started asking her questions about something totally random, and I just was like, well, I want to keep in touch with you if that's okay. And it just kind of went from there of like, I think I asked her if I could save her phone number just in case so I can check in on her, because it was something about her voice that just said she need a friend, or like she needs somebody to check in on her.
She
But
need
it was,
love.
yeah, but it wasn't like oh girl, check on her. It wasn't like that. It was really just the Holy Spirit kind of thing where it was just like,
Mhm.
check on her.
We need
Like,
each other.
yeah, and it was just, I remember, like, I've told you before, Onisha, like I work so many call center jobs. Like I know that they monitor the calls and all this. I was like, try not to. And this is before I started working the job where me and Tiff were working at. So I was like, I know working all these jobs, they listen and monitor the calls, but I know not to keep people on the phone long. So I was like, I didn't know what I could ask her, and like what I, because I don't want her getting in trouble, or whatever. And so just basically I was like, is it okay if I keep your information to reach out to you, blah, blah, blah. And so she was like, yeah. And we just kind of went from there. And I check on her, like I'll text her every blue moon, like I'll send her little link stuff or whatever. And I didn't really think much of it until she started responding back to the text. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, God. All right. Well, thank you, and
Baby,
again,
Anisha, where you at in Tennessee, baby? Do you want a 6 and a 2-year-old? Because I would gladly FedEx them.
Oh, baby,
you
that
want to add
yes,
more
so he's
children
my
to her.
2-year-old.
I'm about to say, how you gonna add more children to her? She got 3.
Hey,
No.
Girl,
they said God will send his strongest soldier. So I thought maybe she was
Every time, like, ain't no way God thought I was this strong.
Okay,
That's
she
kind of
said, don't
these
sign
truth.
me up for that package in
Ain't
2025.
no
Hold
way
on.
you thought that.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
I have a second cousin, but she's really, I call her my auntie mama. I call her my
Mhm.
auntie mama. My aunt Tabitha, she's so funny. I told her the other day, because she's a first lady. I told her the other day, I said, baby, I don't know who it is, whether it's little mama,
They
mama,
keep signing them
I don't
up.
know which one of them keep telling God I'm his strongest soldier, but quit whispering my name in his
Oh yeah,
ear
she
mm-hmm.
got it.
every time a lesson comes up.
She good.
Leave me
Send it
out
to
the
her.
baby. Take my name out the bucket. Don't draw my name. Don't collect. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Leave me out of it for a little while, please. Because at this point, I'm feeling like the humpback of Notre Dame. It ain't too much more on me.
I understand that completely.
You said
Absolutely.
you on your Tyrese. What more do you want from me? Listen.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got it left. I'm feeling like DMX. What do you want from a new?
Ash, that's definitely your cousin.
I mean,
You
yeah,
break out a song all the time.
I do. I do. I do.
Yeah,
I
she got a bad.
don't worry about it. Me and Kenny still going. We gonna forgive you for that, Tiffany. I'm still upset about that, but that's
Girl,
all
I'm
right.
sorry,
Oh,
but
That's
it's
all right.
bad, y'all. I have a godmom that carries a karaoke microphone with her,
I
and
love it.
whenever my mama would have like a cookout or something, we'd be all, they be sitting at the table doing their thing, cars, drinking, smoking. She would just
Yeah.
come out of nowhere and be like, Drea Will made it. Like, what? The microphone.
I love it. I need
And she
one.
would make a song out of everything. She'd be like, Catherine, you put your foot in these baked beans, they're wonderful.
Let me
Like,
tell you
really.
something. I be writing down stuff in my phone that be just randomly coming to my head. And I was going through my notes earlier, and I don't know what I was going through, but I saw something that I guess when I was super hungry one day, I must have wrote down, and it said, I wish I had some ice cream. I wish I had some cake. I wish I had a banana fudge sundae to make. And I was like, oh, that sounds so good right now. I ain't been able to have ice cream in forever. But a
No,
banana fudge sundae sounds so good, y'all.
actually, do you know what me and Vanessa laughed about to the day she died? Is when
What?
you and Vanessa went to El Bracero and you made you made a salad out of the pork empanadas in the garden.
And it was good. It was fire.
About that shit to the day Vanessa died. I swear to God, she said nothing tops Ashley making a pork empanada salad.
And it was fire. Should have tried it. You wait till we get to heaven. Baby, it's gonna be busting. It's gonna
It
be
is. I
busting.
can't wait. And you better come in there with a hash brown casserole.
Let me tell y'all something. First of all, real quick, because I know Onisha phone
well,
probably
wait a
died.
minute. Well, wait a
Oh, it's
minute,
already
because
died.
Anthony want to say hi
Where is he
to
at?
Bree.
Huh?
Bree, do you know A1?
Which A1?
It's only one A1.
Oh,
Oh,
he said say it again.
Why,
It's only one.
girl? Why he acting like he's so famous over here?
Okay.
She can't see you, babe, because you got to
I
be
was
in
about
the
to say we can't
camera.
see him at all. Oh, you got that
yeah,
frozen
you
thing
gonna
on
get
there.
in the camera. Hi,
Yeah.
A1.
Hold on.
Hey, Anthony.
You
Yeah,
can't.
that
You
was my
know him.
sister Boo. That was my sister Boo right there.
What's up, friend?
He said, "Hey, friend."
Yeah, she'll be like, girl, A1 asked to take me out. I'll be like, okay, why you not going? She'll be like, it's A1. My sister was
Mm.
an introvert. Me, I was like, girl, you better go with A1. He black and fake.
Why they call Anthony A1? He play basketball?
Girl, yes, honey, and I do not
Oh.
be calling him that, child. I be calling him Anthony, child. Look,
I was about to
Ashley
say,
laughing too.
I was like, what's A1 mean? Like, listen, I'm old. I'm thinking he play basketball or something. What is that, like
Babe,
and one?
what that mean? What does A1 mean?
He just really likes and ones.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, it's like and one. Okay. Okay.
You don't even know yourself.
Okay.
Girl, he don't even know his damn self.
All right, sir.
Oh.
That is
Okay.
so funny.
Are you in the bathroom, Bree?
Yes, I just came in here.
I hope you ain't on the toilet. We don't have time for this to get flagged.
I'm muted.
Babe, that's not for work.
Okay.
I'm muted.
Okay. So what's the name? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully she'll come back. But and I know your man is home, so I'm gonna try to let y'all go relatively soon. I don't know how much time you got left.
Yeah,
But
girl, I'm gonna have to hop off in a second.
okay, so
And
I will.
congratulations, because I didn't know that your fiance was A1, but you did.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, since Tiffany has to get ready to go, let's do we're gonna do a little lightning round real quick then. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll start with Tiff since you have a spouse. Brianna will alter the questions. You ain't gotta stick your tongue out at me. Tiffany, give me 3 of your favorite things about your spouse.
3 of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he not my spouse yet, but 3 of
Well,
my
your
favorite
significant
things
other.
about my significant other is that he's supportive,
Mm-hmm.
he's a wonderful father, and I love his calm like energy.
Mm.
'Cause, yeah, he's super calm. His energy is really good. And so I'm able to like relax off of that.
So you feel like he balances you out?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Brianna, give me 3 of your favorite things about a man.
Laughter, patience, and open-mindedness.
I love
Like
that.
you're willing to try stuff. Like if I be like, babe, they brought out some octopus, let's try it. And you be like, oh hell no. Yeah.
So when you say laughter, you mean somebody that can make you laugh?
Yes, or just be goofy with like if I want to come out dressed as the Grinch, I need you to bust out laughing. If you be like, what the fuck wrong with you?
So
You
if he
gotta
want to be
go.
dressed as
Yeah.
if he want to be dressed as Cindy Lou Who, you down with that?
I'm gonna be like, period, period. Let's go. Like, I want you to be comfortable because I want you to know no matter what, whether we're together or not, this is a safe place. So whatever you bring here stays here. Like,
Mm.
I've been
Mhm.
big with that because I need it. So if I
Right.
be
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, babe, I stubbed my toe and this is how it look, and you be like, ugh, you can't come over
Mhm.
your toe healed. You gotta go.
Yeah.
I even want you to be like, ooh, let me see. Are they going to extract it? Are they going to finna woo woo woo? You know, like watch a pimple popping video with me. I don't need you
Oh
to be
my
like
gosh.
weird. Because as soon as you call me weird, you gotta go. Like I need you to be open, be
Okay.
yourself, be weird, be awkward, because that's all normal. It's all normal. And I feel like our conversation been based on social media plays such a part in how people think relationships are supposed to go, how normalcy goes, or
Mm-hmm.
even just as far as to say how everyday life goes, you know. I see so many people be like, oh, he doing that for clout. Sir, that man don't even have no social media. You know what I'm saying? Like it's corrupted our mind and it's
Yeah.
people social media has really glorified toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
And on all aspects, not just relationship, just on all aspects. How many times do your algorithm pull up something negative, but you got to watch 6, 7 videos before it be like, God wants you to hear this message. You know what I'm saying? Like it plays a big part.
It feels you
Absolutely.
feel like it makes you want to have you try to compare yourself to other people,
Yes, yes, yes. I hear girls all the time be
which
like,
plays such a part on your insecurities and all of that. Yeah.
yes, I hear girls be like, I ain't never got no hotel room filled with balloons. Baby, why do you want a hotel room? You don't want your room filled with balloons? You know what I'm saying? Where's the house? Where's the foundation? Where's the goals?
That's a
You
good
worried about
point.
the hotel.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I definitely agree. Social media plays a huge part, whether we try to or try not to.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. What are 3 red flags for you when it comes to men?
Communication, pressure. And when I say pressure, I mean like if I be like, I want to go on a date, or are you gonna apply pressure and you yeah, I'm gonna leave you alone. And my other big thing is how you handle problems. If you call me or I call you and you just got off work and you talking about, man, the boss wanted me to stay 10 extra minutes. He got me fucked up. I'm leaving you alone. I'm leaving you alone. Cause that number one let me know your money not right. Cause I ain't never heard a motherfucker that say they ain't gonna stay 10 minutes for the overtime. And number two, it let me know that you're entitled. You know what I'm saying? You feel
What if
like
his feet hurt, Bree? What if he like, man, I've been here 12 hours already?
and I get that, but that come with the job. Anybody that know that come with the job, especially if you in like manufacturing or something, you know, most men's
Right,
jobs,
right,
it come with you staying just a little bit longer to make sure something done. And it
right.
also let me know where your insight is because a man who don't mind that will be like, oh, shit, everybody else left, but boss man saw me. I might get a promotion next week. That let me know where your goals oriented into. So yeah, that's a real big red flag for me. Big red flag for me.
Okay. Tiff, what's 3 red flags for you?
I want to say kind of along the lines of Bree, but let me just kind of reword it.
Mhm.
Probably instability. Um, Let me think of two others. Your family situation isn't good.
Mm. Meaning like
Um,
children or like in general family?
like just in general family, like you have no relationship with nobody. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to be bothered with none of your family. That's a red flag for me.
Okay.
Um,
That does say a lot.
yeah. And also, I don't know if this probably kind of goes, it's tying into instability, but finances.
Mm.
Finances is big
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have to be rich, but maybe just know how to manage the monies.
And as a woman, I mean to cut you off, but as a
Yeah.
woman that is 41 now, not dating in her 20s anymore, you see the
Mm-hmm.
importance of
Yeah.
having those conversations now, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finances is huge. So yeah, I would say those are my three.
Do you feel
So
like now,
instability, finances, and just lack of family communication.
do you feel like now at the age that you're at and being engaged now, do you feel like as far as advice you could give to, I would even say, I don't know, I wouldn't even say younger women, but just women in
Mm-hmm.
general, or even just people,
Tiffany,
anybody
Tiffany,
who's
Tiffany.
looking to get engaged or be married, whatever, to
Mm-hmm.
be in relationships and stuff. As far as it goes, because like obviously when you're gonna be married, there's gonna be bills and kids and things and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is that something you would encourage them to make sure that they have a conversation about early on?
absolutely. If you see that there are red flags with finances, you really need to pay attention to that. It's not the fact of, at least know that they like to make money and that they like to keep a job and that they like to go to work. That's
Mm-hmm.
important. If they trying to stay at home in the bed and they trying to skip days of work, that's a red flag
Mm-hmm.
because they're not going to be making no money doing that.
My mama used to say, "You want to know if a man got a good work ethic after you
That's
stay the
right.
night?" She be like, ask him, be like, "Ooh, babe, I wish you could stay at home." If them niggas be
That's
like,
right.
"Yeah, I'm finna call out. Don't worry about it. Don't you?"
That's right. Then you need to go ahead and you need to skip town on their ass. That's what you need to do. It's a bad damn sign. Your
I was like,
mama
"Mama is
right.
crazy. She'll say anything." And I got older, and he was talking to a guy. He was older than me, and he was like, "Man, I don't do shit at work for real. They don't need me. I'll come stay with you. I'll come do."
Uh-uh.
And I was like,
Come
Mm-mm.
stay with you.
my skin with that little TikTok dance. That would be my skin. And then I realized I was like, damn, I'm fucked up one day. I was like, can I get 20? He was like, shit, I ain't been at work for real. I ain't got it.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. So that work ethic is so important. Like just focus on somebody who at least is like wanting to keep a job and wanting to go to work because you want somebody that is a protector and a provider. And if you don't, and if you can't rely on him and fall back on him, then what is the point of him being around?
Yeah.
I'm being serious because
Yes.
people don't that's not being a gold digger. That's just wanting better for your family life and things like that. You
Yep.
just want that sense of protection and you want a provider.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because y'all don't need to be the providers. Yes, you do, because we have our kids and we're gonna do that naturally anyway. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want the man to just be relying on you for those things.
Musha said you pretty, Tiffany.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She said she's
I
smart.
appreciate
She's
it.
smart. She is kind. She is smart. She is important.
Y'all crazy. Thank you though. I appreciate it. But
But
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Nisha, can you hear us?
Huh?
Oh no, I was saw Onisha. I was saying, can she hear
Yeah,
us?
I'm trying to cut
oh,
on
she
Gracie
back. Hey,
Corner.
girl, welcome back, girl.
Gracie
So,
Corner is what she's wanting to watch.
Oh, well, Onisha, since you're back real quick, give us 3 of your red flags when it comes to men.
Oh Lord, I was saying. Communication. Bree hit that one on the head. Communication.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, instability. No inconsistency.
Oh, yes.
I don't like somebody who's inconsistent. Like what they say. Like when you get her, don't stop doing the stuff that you did to
Yep.
get her.
Yep.
I don't like it because then I'm gonna be like, did you just do this to get me? And that
That's
wasn't who
right.
you was before. So like I don't like inconsistency. Stick by your word. You say you're gonna do something, do it. Because if I feel like you're taking too long, then I'm gonna feel like I gotta be in my masculine and then I gotta do
Yes. That's right.
it. Like, no, don't do that. And some poor money management.
Yep.
No
Okay.
Mhm.
matter how you make your money, I don't care. I know it may be illegal, but if you got to go do something illegal to make sure them bills is paid, do it. Like, do what you got to
Mhm.
do to make your money. I'm not gonna judge you. No, I don't want you doing it forever. You got
Yeah.
to grow up, but I don't want you just sitting at home and I got to go outside and make the money and do out work 50 hours a week and no, no.
Mhm.
And I'm glad I seen that. I see that now. I did not see that growing up because my mama was a single mom. She had to do mama and daddy. But now that my mom is married, he said something today. My stepdad, he was like, "My mama took out the trash. They just come from her being her."
Hmm.
And he was like, "You don't touch no trash. Don't take out no trash." I looked at my mom like, "You don't take out no
Put
trash.
that trash back.
Don't touch no trash." Like she said, but still, no, but still nothing. The man said,
Yeah.
"Don't touch no trash. Don't touch no trash." And I'm glad I can see that because I lost my dad last November, and we
Oh,
had
Sorry.
just got like we had we went so long without talking, but we started building a bond. Like my son is 8 now, like 7 years ago. We started building a very good bond, and I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see this. I did not want to get emotional. You recording, but I'm glad I can see that now. Like saying, so like,
girl, if you
yeah,
gotta shed some tears, ain't nobody finna judge you. We love
I'm
our.
not trying to shed no tears.
It's fine. You a thug. Let him out. It's all right.
Girl, don't cry too hard because I'll be up here.
Nah, please,
Real
it's
bad.
a whole ripple effect. We don't
On
need
on
that.
her
Right,
Viola
right.
Davis. On her Viola Davis.
But
Not even
yeah,
crying. It's all right.
no. My red flags are inconsistency, poor communication, and poor money management. Like
Yeah.
you got to have some type of and not having drive. Like you meet people these days and it's like no type of excitement. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I want to take
Mhm.
a trip here and there. I mean, we ain't got to go for 6, 7 days, but a weekend out of the city type thing. Just a day out of the city, like somebody spontaneous. I don't like nobody with. I don't know. I don't like boring. Boring is too comfortable for me. When you bored, you just get comfortable doing the same old
Mm.
cycle.
Let me ask y'all
You
this. So for
gotta
y'all that have said, well, not even just y'all, just in general, when y'all were talking about, the inconsistency and all that, which I totally understand that. Do you feel like what you're asking for, you can reciprocate?
yeah, I can. I can't speak for everybody, but yeah,
Oh
I
No, I
wouldn't
mean
yeah.
for
ask
all of y'all that
for it.
Oh
whatever the
yeah.
red flags were, yeah, all of your stuff, like whatever you were asking
Uh-huh.
for. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I
Definitely.
wouldn't ask if I can give it in return.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So
Like
you don't
we
feel like
both
your red
gotta.
flags would be too much for a man to be a man, she asked for too much. I don't man, what's she asking about my money for and all that? Like, is that a red flag for you if a
No,
man is
because it's never
asking
too
why you
much for the
question?
right person. The right person won't see it as too much. It's only too much for somebody who don't see it going anywhere. You start asking for this stuff, and I'm like, oh man, she doing too much. It's time to go. It's time to go.
And
You not
again,
the
that's
one.
what were we talking about earlier? How we were saying like God'll like move people or show you like they remove themselves. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, if they getting upset about certain stuff early on, I feel like that's a red flag, and that's a way of them weeding themselves out.
Hmm.
Mm, okay.
Nothing like weeding yourself out.
Absolutely. We love that. Look, I love a good old weed removal. There you go.
Maybe
Love it.
for me.
I don't
That's
like
what
to
we
get my
gonna
hands.
call it, a weed removal.
Absolutely. I don't like to get my hands dirty. Talk to my father. Mm-mm.
And
Talk to my daddy about that. I ain't gonna
that's
do that.
right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
Hmm.
ahead and let Tiffany go because I know I don't know if the rest of the rest of y'all want to continue talking. We can. If not, then I will let the rest of you ladies go. But really quickly, um, what I do want to ask is if you could give some advice to women. I'm not gonna say men because I'm doing a panel with men in a bit. But if you could give some advice to women about dating in this social media age, what advice could you give to you know what, not even just women, to your younger self? What advice would you give to your younger self about dating?
Don't be so hard on yourself, and whatever you don't let everybody else's image determine your image.
I like that.
Because
Say that
I
again.
really, really went through, like, when I think about, like, before I had Carson, I was the one. I didn't care if I played the sideline. I didn't care if I played, just the quick booty cheeks or whatever, because I'm in my mind, I made excuses for it. And whole time it was really me not knowing my worth. So I would definitely have to give myself grace and give myself more clarity, number one, but number two, more confidence, I guess I should say, more backup. I didn't have my back like I should have.
I love that. I love that.
I
I did not.
love the way you raised that.
That's so honest. That is really, really honest.
Man, got
And
me a
when
little
you
choked up.
No, but for real, because I was praying about I was praying over the pod before it started earlier, and that was something that, like I said, I was looking over my notes about just different stuff. You have to really give yourself grace when you look back over your life. I'm not gonna get into this on camera. Like you look back over your life over the people that you've been with, right? And then
Yes,
you look and you think like, what the hell was I thinking? Not just
yes,
because of the way that they look, just because of like the circumstances and like why
yes,
did I put
yes.
myself in those positions? What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. I didn't have any self-respect. I didn't have any type of
Yeah.
nothing, and like I said, just leaning on my own understanding and not actually listening, because there was so many people who I shared space and time with that did not deserve an ounce of that.
Man,
That's right. And
And
that's something that you had to learn down the line, because
exactly,
when you're young, you don't really realize
because
that.
you think you know everything and you
Yeah,
don't.
that's true.
That's why for me, I think like recording this and praying and hoping that somebody, the younger girls will see it and understand that, baby, we have all been there, regardless of how in detail we did get. I know the conversation got a little sidetracked here and there, but it's like it's real conversation though. You know what I'm saying? Like we
yes,
all have had so much. I mean, whether you have children or not, like, but like just the in-depth conversations about dating, and then like I said, just getting pregnant, not knowing to have these conversations, trying to look at like somebody else's life, what you see online. Then people are not showing you exactly what they're going through. You get a snapshot of somebody's day. You don't see the this
in
is
30
like,
seconds.
yeah, like it was something I had recorded one day. I was like, this is not this this is not something that I'm just putting on. There's a catheter under here. Okay. Like this
Ashley
is not a
stuffing her
fashion statement.
bra.
Huh?
Ashley stuffing her bra.
Stupid. Like this is not a fashion statement. This is a real life situation. So it's just like, when we look at people online, it's like, oh, she got this beautiful what they call them, breed, the bust downs. She got that, and she got her nails and her all. I'm
Yeah.
sure that they look beautiful. And I'm not knocking that. Baby, do your thing. If you got all the things, have all the things. If they make you feel good, not because some man told you you need to have them, not because somebody else is making you feel like you're supposed to look like that. Before there was social media, baby, what, Tiff, you remember we was getting them eyebrows done with the razors, with the
Yeah.
Baby,
Ampro gel and
eyebrows
the
was this thin, this
baby
thin.
and the black lip liner and the French rolls and all that. Like
Yeah.
you know,
You didn't have to know how to twerk. You didn't have to have titties and ass and
first of all, I
baby.
That's
mean, all
right.
of that was
If you want
natural,
to know
but
the perfect example of how the 90s were and how natural people in the video girls were, watch Anywhere by 112. Every girl in that video, was nobody half naked, wasn't nobody big or thick and voluptuous. They were normal size. It wasn't a whole bunch of makeup. Girls was in there with their real hair. I love that video because it captures the essence of how natural we were as a culture and as a race. You don't see that no more.
Yeah.
yeah.
So true.
I just want
Social
to
media
start
made it be
loving on
cool.
ourselves a whole lot more as women in general. Um, especially black women and like I said, moms, there's so much that just comes with dating and like I said, Tiff is getting married. There's a lot that is gonna come with all of this. There's babies and marriage and all of these things. You want to do all the great things. That's wonderful. Love on yourself. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Your journey, you want to be with somebody for 50, 60 years. Take care of yourself. Take care of your spirit. Take care of your mind, you know.
Yes. The spirit and the mind is so important. Mental health is important. So
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Um, Tiff, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Just rephrase the question for me, like as
Oh,
far as like social
so
media.
yeah. So if you could give dating advice to your younger self, what would you say?
Mm, my younger self.
Imagine you giving. Okay, so I'll put it in the frame of Sally. Let's say she was old enough to date, and now there's social media. What would you tell your baby?
Oh, that's hard. It's still hard for me. I think I would say thinking back to myself, I'll put it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, know your self-worth. Um, and I think that's it because I feel like I was kind of missing that when I was younger in my early 20s. Like I knew I was, always special and important and stuff like that, but I don't think I just knew how much. And be smart, always ask questions. If
Mm-hmm.
something doesn't sound right, actually really dig deep into it. Don't just say okay.
That's
Um,
a very big one
it is.
because
You
we will
can't just
let
be a
things
yes
gloss
girl.
over.
Yeah, you can't be a yes girl. You have to actually have and formulate your own opinion. And I think that's it.
Because I think a lot of
So,
that has to do with what we're taught as like from our friends and people around
yeah,
us. Don't say nothing, just don't rock the boat. It's for some reason the world make us feel like we gotta have a man or something like that. Don't ask questions. Don't be in that man business. Why the hell not? You
yeah,
want
you
me to
gotta
be a
ask.
ride or die? No. Ask them questions. Let me out the car, though.
Bree, it's on
Let me
mute.
out the car, though.
You right. That's that margarita. I was gonna say y'all are right because, and it starts because how many times do grandmamas or great grandmas in black families sweep stuff up under the rug that
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's right. That's right.
they cover for the
Hmm.
men because they do have a complex that men have it worse than us, and
Hmm.
it's
And I
a level
get that
playing
to
field.
some degree. I get that to a degree, but we don't deserve to be in that position any more than they do. We have to be able to protect one another. My feelings don't matter any less than his do.
That's right.
Men,
So that whole
Yeah.
happy wife, happy life, I don't buy into that. The happy spouse, happy house, all that. That's in my mind, that's much better because I don't want to be the only person happy in this house and you miserable. Okay,
Hmm.
well, no, we're not doing that. But sorry, go ahead, Bree.
I'm very big. I feel like once again going back to my grandma's lesson, she said you have to know somebody in every season. And I used to wonder because, like, I was probably about 10. My granddaddy just left. Like, it went from him driving buses to shit. My granddaddy didn't live there no more. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
wow.
Like, but they never divorced. And I was like, okay, it got to be a money thing. You know, by the time I'm in high school, I'm like, it's a money thing. My granddaddy just don't want to have to pay no money.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that I'm older and my grandma gone, I realize it's a comfort thing. It's a stability thing.
Yeah.
And it's a trust because no matter what they did to each other, my grandma knew on her last dying breath that Franklin gonna take care of me one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did that. You know, my granddaddy moved back in and everything to make sure my grandma had all around care. So
Mhm.
I know, you know, I want that. I feel like I deserve that. And as
Mm-hmm.
my younger self, I would be like, Psh, I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
now the older me is like, mm-mm, everybody need help, boo boo. You
Yeah.
found your equal, you know. So I
Mm-hmm.
agree. It do be. You have to know somebody in every season before you can say this is what I want for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you got to make sure you have those conversations too. Be open to that.
I
Yeah.
love that you said that though, Bree, about knowing somebody in every season before
Mhm.
you know for sure of something.
Mhm.
That's how I feel about um you're talking about one specific person that you're with. Is that what you're saying and referring to?
Just yeah. I mean, my grandma said it like I asked her how did she know she was ready to marry my
That's
granddaddy.
right. Yeah, that's what I
And
was
so
referring
she
to.
was just
Uh-huh.
like, you have to know somebody in every season and
I
know that
agree with
there's a
that.
fear with that person in every season. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
if they broke, are you going to be okay with having to pick up the slack? Are you going to be okay with them being grouchy? Are you going to be okay with them being
Yeah.
like this? Like she broke it down to me and I was just like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to be, you know, no,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not. And I had to realize, damn, I'm not ready to be a wife.
Uh-huh.
That's shit
Yep.
I have to work on. So yeah.
Because you got to work on yourself. Because think about
Yeah.
where you are. Would you marry you at this point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
How
see what you're
fair is
saying.
that? I mean, but we can again, and I always try to put myself in that position as well. I don't want to just. It's not one sided for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree to that.
Yeah. Me too.
I know A1 sick of us. He probably like, God, come
Yeah, I'm
on,
about to
Barbara.
say. I'm gonna let
Girl,
him know.
listen, baby. He done went in there and started watching football. But you know what? I am gonna get off here, but it's been a pleasure meeting you ladies, and
You
I hope to
too.
see you again soon. I'm usually
Yes.
Yes, I would love to speak with y'all again. It was really nice meeting you both. You ladies are really sweet. Ash, I'll be talking to you again.
And
Thank you.
whenever that
And
wedding day come on with it.
yes,
I need
yes, definitely. Definitely. I gotta definitely share that with y'all when we finally do get one.
yes. We need to do this every Sunday or something, y'all.
Yeah, this was cool.
Well,
I don't know about every Sunday though, y'all. I might have to skip over that. I want to see y'all
just
asses
glad.
every Sunday now.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm just glad that
Come here.
everybody was
I'm just
available.
messing.
Even though we
Yeah.
had a couple of technical difficulties, don't matter. We still was able to work it out, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like literally, I really am grateful that all of y'all were able to join,
Yeah. Thank you
and
for
Yes.
having
I'm
me,
glad we
Ash.
did this.
yeah, and I'm glad that that y'all were able to. I'm so grateful to God because I knew that the people that were joining were going to be able to give me really good conversation. I already knew Bree was
Yeah.
going to bring Bree. So
Yeah.
like just in general, and like I know how Tiff and I talk, and Onisha
Yeah.
was the only one where I was like, I just wanted her to feel comfortable. So I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
didn't feel like this was going to be like a tug of war of conversation. It really
Yeah.
Yeah.
was just more so of like, damn, we not going to have a whole lot of time to touch on everything. So that's why I was like, the topic is one thing, but I know how the conversation can go where it's just like, I'm trying to wrangle it in, but at the same time, the conversation is going to go how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just going
Yeah.
to flow. And honestly, I'm just going to let the Holy Spirit go like however it's supposed to go. So, like I said, for me, I just feel like the conversation went the way it's supposed to go. And
Yeah.
as people watch this, whoever needed to hear what was said is going to, hopefully, prayerfully, they're going to receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Um, and that
Once
goes for
again.
everybody who shared something. All of y'all just know that your testimonies are going to resonate with somebody.
Yeah.
And just
Mm-hmm.
like Bree said, we'll do this again because this is a series. So I know that's right, baby.
Period, girl.
She's stuck on Gracie Corner. That is her favorite show. on
Yeah,
YouTube.
Gracie.
Come
Give her
on.
the doggy land too. Kason loves Snoop Dogg's little trend,
She
like Gracie Corner.
be she turns it on, but she go right back to Gracie.
Week.
Gracie have me crunk. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah, Gracie is
Row the
cool.
boat.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
with Big
Honestly,
Freely
Freedom.
be watching.
Doggy land. I don't know if it be the marijuana with Snoop Dogg or what, but I be over there like,
Snoop ain't on there smoking, is he, Bree?
I got to
It's
find out
okay,
about
it's okay.
Doggyland.
Oh my
no,
god.
You seen that one?
no. On Doggy Land, he don't. He's literally dressed as a dog the entire time, and he sings songs like Gracie Corner. It's like all.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought so. I thought so. I was trying to remember. I hadn't seen it,
But
but
I
I've
just know
heard of
I
it.
know who's up under there. I know
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
up under there.
Yeah.
Two-piece.
He ain't on there. He ain't on there drinking gin and juice. Okay.
Yeah.
Please
the
don't let
next
him be doing
day.
that.
They gonna
Yeah,
cancel
'cause
him if he is. They'll
Right.
cancel him.
Okay. Because I'm about to say I'm familiar with Gracie now. I know Gracie got the bops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gracie be
But
getting
yeah. So like Bree was saying, like we definitely can do this again one day. But like I said, like this is a series, and so the next one I plan on doing, with the guys, and then I'll be doing a mix of like with guys and girls. So that's the only one
That
that
should
I'm
be
actually.
interesting.
That's
That's
gonna be
what I was
very
about to say.
That's
interesting.
gonna be a lot of debating going on, ain't it?
That's
Yay.
Girl.
I might have
think
to have
it
a glass
is.
of wine for that.
It's season 4. That's all you gonna see.
Just make sure you mute everybody that's not talking, cause it's gonna be a lot of over
That's
talking.
right.
That's
Exactly.
the only thing I'm thinking about is like I probably will bring Bree back for that because I feel like, in a sense, if she want to do it, and if any of y'all want to do it, I was definitely thinking Bree because she can argue like, yeah.
Yeah, baby, you can't
Bring me
argue
back.
either. My daddy
If
my daddy was a
whoever
whole
wants to,
football
I'm just
coach.
saying.
You
But,
can't
Let me
argue.
tell you something. Let me tell you something about me and a man, if he's saying something out of line or something I don't agree with,
Okay.
I'm able to hold my own in that situation.
Well, then I'm all for that because, like I said, it could be a mix of the same, like the women that I brought on the first time, and then the men, and mix them
Yeah.
together. I'm okay with that, and then I plan on doing one with like married couples and things and stuff. Eventually, like again, this is just a series
Yeah.
about because we're looking for healing and conversation because so much
Yes.
of social media, like Bree was saying, is like we get into this thing of, oh, it looks like this, so it must have to be like this, and it does not. We've gotten
Right.
away from the way that it looks. There's so many, you know what? I want to say this really quickly. There's so many couples that I do follow on like Instagram who I just absolutely love, right? And
Yeah.
not the couples in themselves, but like
They're
like
dynamic.
yeah, but like they've been married for like 20 plus years, right? Like some of them who I love, like Omar and Keisha Epps, love
Yeah.
them down
Yes.
because
Mhm.
they're not messy. Erica
Yeah.
and Warren Campbell, like I
Yeah.
love them because they're not. It's not superficial. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, oh, I'm taking pictures with my man. Like it's and if you do that,
No,
great.
they show their natural quirkiness, their
Right.
natural
Yeah.
normalcy.
And then they pray together. They talk, and it's
Yes.
always been like that. But they're also very private. But that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. So, but then also it's something very natural and very real about Erica and how she parents and different things. And then also just like with us, Brie, like she comes from a very big family.
Sure
So
does.
with
Yeah.
our families, when you come, first of all, when you got a large family, you can't get everybody to fake that. Like everybody is fake and being nice. No, somebody finna be real and show you the
Okay.
real side of them because niggas do not care. Like seriously. And with them, it's so I just really I follow Erica. I don't think I follow Warren, but like just it's just very refreshing to see so many people, even like, oh, I love like E40 and his wife, like just people who just seem very real and acknowledge the love and not just like, and I love like Tab and Chance and all of them too, like just having real conversations. I don't care that you and your husband take photos and all that stuff. That's great. but I just like to encourage myself in those aspects. But um I don't, like I said before, like the whole Ozzy Davis and Ruby D, we don't see people who've been married for 40, 50 years anymore that people look at as like relationship goals. You want somebody that, oh, he was in the club with her and blah blah blah. If that's what y'all do, then that's what y'all do. I'm not knocking that, but that's not what I want. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be encouraged. However, I'm encouraged. And again, like I said, that's just, it's beautiful to me. So, anywho,
Mhm.
so yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like the next panel will be guys. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll mix it up a bit, and then we'll have different couples and stuff. Because we're gonna save these. We're gonna look. We got black love. We gonna save it. That's what we're here for. We're gonna heal this. Bree, you gonna get married. Onisha, you gonna get married. Tiffany, I'm gonna be at that
No,
wedding.
baby,
I
I'm
don't
a
know when
little
it's happening,
selfish.
but
I don't want my food
Right.
stamps and my benefits to end. Now we can be common law, but
Now,
unless you
listen,
rich, baby, I need my benefits.
I know that's right.
300 off of groceries sound wonderful.
God created us to have partners. Like, no, I'm not.
Hmm.
We are no longer,
They
anybody's
call it a
side.
helpmate.
Yeah, help me,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't nobody's side nothing. But anyway, all right, ladies. Love y'all so much. I
Love
appreciate y'all.
y'all.
Everybody have a wonderful night. I will get back with y'all. Thank y'all again so much. This has
Yes.
been
You're welcome.
Two
amazing. Thank y'all
snaps.
so much.
Snaps, everybody. Yes.
Everybody, Bree, you get home safely.
Oh, I'm right down the street.
Right.
I'm 2 minutes.
yeah.
I don't stray far from home. You know that. I don't even play.
Tell Carson I said, hey, all right, Onisha, it was so good meeting you for the first time face to face. Love you so much, girl.
Yes,
You and them
Alicia,
babies
you
be
are
safe.
wonderful, girl.
Everybody have
Yes.
a
Y'all take care.
happy,
Happy New Year too.
yes. I was
Happy
gonna
New
say
Year,
that.
you
Everybody have a
guys.
happy
Happy
new
New
year.
Year.
You know
All
what we
right.
gonna say? New year, new us.
Hey, that's every year.
I'll
Yep.
see
Everybody,
you.
we finna
Two
be
peace.
fine in
Bye, girl.
2025.
Two peace.
Bye,
Bye.
baby girl.
Bye bye.
Kiari, right?
Bye, y'all.
See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Peace out.
Girl.
I think it stopped. Stop cloud recording.